Fans Treasure Valley
Ronaldo,
High School
if you could
Football
go
Game of the Week.
run
This
this
week's
on,
High School Game of the
next gen
Week
for
is
me
brought
as
to you
well when
by
you get a chance.
Steve's Hometown Motors, Delmar Ranch, Boise Muffler, Pioneer Federal Credit Union, The Battery Exchange, The Foot and Ankle Center, Mountain West Bank, and GoWireless.com. Now, let's join Wayne Dzubak and Dave Burnett. The Game of the Week is on Sports Radio 630 The Fan.
Well, we are live at Donald Larson Park in downtown Boise. It's a 90-degree Friday afternoon. It'll cool down, but right now it's kind of a warm one. And this is our Jackson's Food Store High School Game of the Week. Tonight, a rivalry dating back to 1958. The Borah Lions hosting the Boise Braves. Borah at 2-0, looking pretty strong this year. And the Boise Braves won their opener and then lost last week. So they are 1-1. And the last two games between these two teams, it's been all Borah. But tonight, Boise feels like they're playing some pretty good defense and that they can play well with Borah tonight. We will find out. Because this is one of the oldest rivalries in Idaho, Dave Burnett, we kind of thought it'd be fun to sit here in the broadcast booth tonight, be a part of history going back to 1958, Borah and Boise, when really they were about the only two schools in the town.
Yep. Well, you know, the interesting thing is not only tonight's rivalry, but another one in Canyon County going on as well as Nampa and Caldwell are playing. That's their 111th
Isn't that
meeting.
unbelievable?
That's a lot. That's I was stunned when I read that earlier this week. So, you know, a couple of a real good heritage games going on tonight, one of which we are broadcasting live video streaming that is up and running right now at 630thefan.com. Want to encourage you, if you have family members who are perhaps out of town, to let them know that video streaming, they can watch the game live on their computer.
You know, you're talking about a vintage game. I had a friend Facebook something the other day. It was a picture from the depot of downtown Boise in 1979 and then one in 2015. What a difference that picture was from the same location of those years apart. And this is what this is all about. You go back to 1958 when really there was no major highway. There was nothing here. It was just kind of back roads and farmlands. Yeah.
Federal Way was the main road in and out of this town, and they went right there by the depot that direction.
And what's fun about this, Darren Corpus, the head coach of the Borah Lions right now, and Bob Clark, the head coach of the Boise Braves right now, both when they were in high school, played in this rivalry for their respective schools they now coach. So, I mean, there's a lot of heritage here, and it's a lot of fun to watch them. Borah still in its green and jerseys with its yellow numerals. You know, I can remember back when I first got here in 1982 that's kind of the Borah look and how tough they were and what a great reputation they had. In Boise, they've been red and white ever since I can remember them.
Well, and I'll have to say, Wayne, I've been waiting all week because of something you said to see if it's true or not. And by golly, it was true. The Boise Braves walked to the game.
When I talked to Bob Clark earlier this week getting ready for the game, he said to me, just kind of happenstancely, well, we walked to the game. We're that close to Donald Larson Park. It's right down
they're
here.
not.
And I don't think they are.
No.
Have you ever tried to walk from Boise High to Donald Larson Park? That's a haul.
That is a long way to walk, and it's even a longer way to walk when you go home.
Well, first of all, it's dark and it's scary at night. I mean,
well, it's not that scary.
Well, it's scary for me. Okay. And when I was in high school, everything scared me. You know, you take those dark, long walks like that. You know, I used to play down from the down the hill from my house, and there was all trees back in Connecticut, and so I'd have to walk up in the dark, and I swore there was the Boogie Monster was behind every tree. So.
Well, that's when you go and get some guy like Valentino De Salto and become his good friend who's 6'5" and 290 pounds. Yeah. It's like, can I walk with you?
Well, we're looking forward to this game tonight, but before we talk a lot more about this game and hear from the coaches, Bob Clark of Boise and Darren Corpus of Borah, let's talk about a game that happened last night. Timberline beat Bishop Kelly by a score of 27-14, Dave. Timberline now 3-0 on the year. Now they're 5A, but Bishop Kelly was the cream of the crop in 4A, undefeated and number one. Did that surprise you that T-Line got that job done?
You know, it did not. I mean, and no discredit to Bishop Kelly. Got a great program going there. Some good things happening with Bishop Kelly. But you are talking a 5A school against a 4A school, and just the sheer numbers of kids who come out for the sport, you know, there's sheer numbers there. But, you know, Timberline, maybe a little better than some people gave him credit for at the start of the season.
Here's a guy who had a pretty good night, Mitchell Pearsall, the running back for Timberline. He touched the ball 9 times. You know how many touchdowns he scored? You do. 4.
4, yeah. Almost half the time.
Can you believe that?
Scored.
He rushed for 91 yards. He had a bunch of them came in the fourth quarter. I think 3 of his touchdowns in the fourth quarter when they just kind of took control. But it was a tight game all the way back and forth. Would have been a good one to do last night, but you never know. You just never know.
You don't know, and I love it when football is on Friday night for high school because that's really where it kind of belongs, is right here on Friday night. So it's Friday Night Lights, and that's what we have going on tonight.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Don't need the lights for a while, but it'll cool down. Like I said, right about 91 degrees as we took the air here at 6:30, and probably going to be, what's that now?
Oh, I'm just showing you the streaming on my iPhone.
Oh,
that's our game.
That's our game right there on your iPhone.
Yeah, if you want, I can turn the camera around to you.
No, don't do that. Okay. Explain what that's all about.
Well, what I did is
you're throwing new technology at me.
Yeah, what I did is I went with my iPhone. I just went to 630thefan.com, and right at the top, it's right there. You click on the picture of the Borah Lions and the Boise Indians, and then it sends you to our YouTube page, which you can subscribe. Click that, and bam, up comes the streaming, and you're watching the game live on your smartphone. So, if you're over watching the Mountain View game or, you're somewhere else, you can do that and just go there. And that's with phone service. If you're where you have Wi-Fi service on your smartphone, it's really smooth.
Does it work with a rotary phone?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, it doesn't work with rotary or with a party line. Sorry. Yeah, you're out of luck with that.
A party line, man. Now we're going back to 1958 when this first started. They had party lines.
That is true, and they did not play the game on artificial turf as they do today. They didn't play the game in this nice stadium. It was an old wooden stadium that they played at, a high school field, and much different game today than when this rivalry started, Wayne.
Again, this is your Jackson's Food Store High School Game of the Week with over 200 locations in the Northwest. There's always a Jackson's nearby. Now, I want to tell you that at the end of each game, 6:30 The Fan will name a Jackson's Food Store's most valuable player for each team, and Jackson's Food Stores will donate $100 to the athletic department of each player's school. 6:30 The Fan and Jackson's Food Stores supporting high school sports right here in the Treasure Valley. And this year, our other sponsors include Mountain West Bank, home of the totally free checking and free online banking, Steve's Hometown Toyota, worth the short drive to Ontario to save you big money. Go wireless. Now get 50% more data. Boise Muffler. Let Boise Muffler Shop help simplify your day. By Foot and Ankle Medical Center with locations in Napa, Fruitland, Mountain Home, and Emmett. Double R Ranch, Northwest Beef, hand-selected quality and unsurpassed flavor. By the Battery Exchange, twice the power at half the cost, with locations in Boise, Meridian, and Caldwell. And by Pioneer Federal Credit Union, moving your money forward, and we will have a Pioneer Federal Credit Union moving forward play of the game at the end of the night.
Okay, so you're telling me I got to keep track of what a real momentum-changing game play and 2 players of the game. I got to keep track of all that?
All of that and streaming.
Oh, boy. And, of course, Twitter will be tweeting it out scores as well. So there's a lot to do now.
Yep. Other games tonight in 5A, aside from this Boise-Borah game here on 6:30 The Fan, Capitals at Mountain View. That's a pretty big game indeed. Columbia at Middleton, Rocky Mountain at Meridian, Napa at Caldwell, as Dave mentioned, and Cuna at Valley View. So that should be an interesting night. And as we get scores via Twitter or however we get them, we will, of course, keep you posted on, what we have and what's going on. But we'll keep you posted as to what's happening here.
Yep, looking forward to it. A great game. Borah will be in their dark green jerseys, black pants, their dark green helmet, and Boise in their all white, as you mentioned, with the red helmets. So, it looks like, okay, let me do the selfish part of the game now. Numbers, fairly easy to read tonight, Wayne.
There you go. You got to love it, huh?
Nice and clean numbers for us.
All righty. All right, we're going to be back in 2 minutes, and we'll talk with Bob Clark, the head coach of the Boise Braves, see how he feels about his ball club, which is now 1-1. You're listening to the Jackson's High School Game of the Week right here on Sports Radio 630 The Fan.
In 1970, Jackson started Jackson's Food Stores with one service station. Now Jackson's is more than 200 stores strong in 5 states, and they invite you to stop in to help celebrate their 40th anniversary. Jackson's takes pride in serving the Treasure Valley, not just with their great products, but also with their dedication to community, having raised millions for charity. In fact, Jackson's Food Store supports the 630 The Fan MVP Fund benefiting student athletes. Jackson's Food Stores, homegrown in the Treasure Valley.
Go Wireless is your local premium Verizon wireless retailer. With locations across the Treasure Valley, they're delighted to assist you with all your wireless needs. They have the latest devices and a huge selection of the hottest accessories for your phone, tablet, and more. Go Wireless wants to take care of you and provide you with only the very best customer service. You won't have to take a number and sit around for an hour to be helped like at the corporate stores. If you're looking for the newest wireless technology and the best service around, visit Go Wireless today.
We joined Pioneer because we had all of our money at another financial institution and it just wasn't easy. And I thought, this could be better. There's no reason it has to be like this.
With PFCU's Reward You Checking, it is better. Reward You Checking pays you 2% APY on balances up to $10,000. Go to pioneerfcu.org/rewards checking. APY is annual percentage yield. Qualifications must be met each month. Federally insured by NCUA.
Moving your money forward.
At Boise Muffler Shop, they know cars are always trying to tell us something. Low tire pressure, a light comes on. Same when you haven't checked the oil for a while. And of course, there's the dreaded check engine light. For more than 25 years, Treasure Valley drivers have trusted Rod at Boise Muffler to knock their lights out. Well, you know what I mean. Boise Muffler Shop on Fairview specializes in all types of exhaust systems, while basic auto repairs are the expertise of the Boise Muffler Shop location at 36th and Chinden. Boise Muffler Shop. They can simplify your day.
Your station for Treasure Valley High School football is Sports Radio 630, The Fan.
Chance to visit with me, and we talked a little bit about this team. He knows that, as always, his team is outnumbered, maybe even out-physical, but he said one thing about this team, he said it's really playing hard, and he's really excited about their potential. Here's Bob Clark.
Well, yeah, we're 1-1, and we kind of like where we're at. We got what we see out of our team is kids that are working hard and kind of bought into what we want to have happen. They know they're outgunned and numbered as usual, but, they're just playing hard, and we're really playing pretty darn good defense right now.
Really? What is it that on the defensive side that you see alike?
Our linebackers making tackles.
When we come out of this, do you think I'll have time to run down?
We got everybody in on defense that is a returning player, whether they were a starter or not, so we have a little bit of veteran status with some of these guys. And then we do have, we're missing a couple guys from injury that haven't played this year. That'll help us. But we have some kids like Jacob
there's
Sprague,
2 minutes left in
Josu Beater that are doing a great job. And Alex Licatos, our linebackers, being around the ball all the time and just doing some good leadership stuff.
Offensively, what can we expect to see Friday night against Borah?
Well, hopefully some completed passes and some first downs. We got great wide receivers. We always have really good wide receivers at Boise High and quarterbacks. Our quarterback is a sophomore right now, and he's a very good talent, great skill set, but he's struggling a little bit because
work in progress. Huh?
Yeah, work in progress. He's just new to this whole thing, and it's a lot different than standing in practice and slinging balls around.
2 games, though, now. He's got to be beyond that work in progress. He's probably starting to figure it out, huh?
He's starting to figure it out. He's getting a little bit better each time. He's starting to trust himself on his decision-making process a little bit more. We're going to try to help him out a little bit more with try to pull back a little bit what we're trying to have him do and just kind of get him going game-wise that way.
They're all big. All the games are big. But Borah especially is one of the oldest rivalries in Idaho. Got to love it when Borah comes to town.
Oh, we love it. And, especially with Coach Corpus being an ex-Borah player, I'm an ex-Boise player. I got 3 guys on staff. We actually had an argument last week with some of our kids on our team. Mm-hmm. What's the bigger rivalry? And they're all saying, oh, it's Timberline. It's, so we're like, no, it's Borah.
Yeah.
Because it's just what we grew up with. And so I think it's been going on since 1958, and it's always just a fun game to have around on the schedule.
They're 2-0. They've gotten off to a good start. Darren likes what he has over there. What do you expect to see from them Friday?
Well, disciplined football. I know the quarterback pretty well. He's a good kid, and he's doing great things right now. They got some fast kids, and their defense is just lining up and playing very aggressively. And unfortunately, I don't want to see that, but they're doing a great job of what I would expect from Borah High School.
Clark talking to us about the game tonight and his team. And the quarterback he was referring to is William McMullen. He's just a sophomore, so he's just around, but he's a slender kid at 6'2". Really does look very good out there. You know, he's a slender quarterback, but has a great throwing motion, and he's just learning the process, though, Dave. And I think after 2 games right now, I think the coaching staff is quietly optimistic about his ability because he's got quite a few good receivers that he can throw to.
Well, you know, people forget when you talk about a high school sophomore, you're talking about a kid who's what, 16? 15, 16 years old?
Yeah, 15 probably, maybe 16, yeah.
That's not very old. I mean, you know, when you go to college and they talk about starting a redshirt freshman, how scary that is. That kid's already 19, 20 years old. So you're talking about a 15-year-old kid that you're trusting to run your offense, the pressure that comes, and mind you, it's not the NFL, but, you know, you got the pressure of the crowd that's beginning to build and come in here, the pressure of running the offense. You have those big, scary seniors that are 2, 3 years older than you. You know, it's a big deal, and it's a lot of pressure on a kid.
Yeah, and when you are a sophomore, those seniors are scary.
Well, they are. They just seem like they're the old wise ones.
Well, and they think they're the old wise ones. That's the problem, you know.
Exactly.
And so then you become one of those old wise ones, and you have to pick up the tradition. All right, Boise Borah coming at you. We're going to be talking in a moment with Darren Corpus, the head coach of the Borah Lions, and his team right now 2-0 on the verge of going 3-0 for the first time in a long time.
Before we go to break, I do want to remind people again, we are streaming the game live. Everything is set, running good. We got all the buffering issues we had the first couple weeks out. Told audio is all good, so we're good to go. And at 630thefan.com is where you'll find the website. Want to walk you through it again, whether you're on your smartphone or whether you're on a computer at home. Click on 630thefan.com. You'll see the Borah and the Boise logos at the top. Click that. So you got one click there. Then you have one click to go to our YouTube page, and the streaming should come up, and you'll have the streaming, the game, which will be live with a little bit of internet delay, but you'll be able to watch the game. Here's what we like to encourage people to do, Wayne, and that is to let their family and friends. You got grandmas, grandpas, aunts, uncles, kids at college that want to see the game. You can let them know, and they can watch on their smartphone, on their tablet, on their computer at home. In fact, we know some people who have kids that play, in fact, some that play for Borah High School in basketball. Family live in Portland. They plug their laptop into their big flat screen TV, broadcasting in high def. You're good to go. So it's all right there for you at 630thefan.com.
What do you think? Time to take a break?
I think we should.
Okay.
Hopefully Ronaldo can go run and take care of some business.
Give me the heads up, Ronaldo. You good? Yep, he's good. All right, we got him here.
Okay.
We'll take a 2-minute break. We'll be back in a moment with Darren Corpus, the Borah football coach, after this on Sports Radio 630 The Fan.
Hey Treasure Valley, Steve's Hometown Toyota in Ontario is all about the hometown game. Steve is a proud sponsor of high school sports and student athletes, and Steve wants to be your hometown dealer. Steve's Hometown Toyota is the Valley's only 13-time Toyota President's Award winner for customer satisfaction, and they promise the short drive to Ontario will be worth big savings. Dare to compare and discover the Steve's Hometown Toyota difference, the hometown dealer supporting the hometown game. That's Steve's Hometown Toyota in Ontario.
Mountain West Bank is proud to sponsor these broadcasts of Treasure Valley High School football. Together with our totally free checking, competitive rates on loans, and other community efforts, it's how we try to make every community we're part of a little better. We love Southern Idaho, and we try to make every one of our branches a place where you love to bank. Thank you. Oh, and one more thing.
Go Treasure Valley!
Mountain West Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Helping you feel better one step at a time. Foot and Ankle Medical Center.
Ankles aren't something you think about until you have to walk across a parking lot or a soccer field on a sprained ankle. You probably never noticed stepping up a curb or going downstairs until you have a foot injury. Those injuries can affect your quality of life in so many ways. At Foot and Ankle Medical Center, Dr. Burke and Dr. Martin specialize in all things below the knee. Sprains, breaks, wounds, and even old sports injuries. Many times, soft tissue damage doesn't show up on an x-ray. That's why it's important to see a specialist. Foot and Ankle Medical Center has offices in Nampa, Emmett, Mountain Home, and Fruitland, and you don't need a referral. If you do end up with an injury, see the specialists. Foot and Ankle Medical Center, online at footandanklemedicalcenter.com.
Helping you feel better one step at a time. Foot and Ankle Medical Center.
Your station for Treasure Valley High School football is Sports Radio 630, The Fan.
Well, I like the squad a lot. I mean, we have some good quality individuals.
This one is
on the
3
football
minutes
team.
long.
We have good senior leadership. 2-0 is not surprising because we made a commitment in the offseason to attack the season a little bit differently than we did last year. Our mindset is ready to roll. We take one down at a time, and we're having fun.
You talk about that mindset. So you're saying a lot of this, not just the physicality of your team, but the mental aspect.
I would say the mindset is the big thing that we pursued in the offseason, because last year we did some great things, but we could not sustain drives. We couldn't win 2 games in a row. We'd play one quarter well, another quarter not so well. So, yeah, we're just taking this approach as, we have the physical skills to do things, but we need to just make sure that our mindset's ready to go.
Let's break it down offensively. What do we look for on Friday night?
Offensively, we have an up-tempo offense with a great leader in our quarterback, Hayden Brown, who's having a phenomenal year. And then we have a slot receiver, Chris Hugon, who right now is, going to be an all-SIC football player. We have Jace Forey, who's a running back. And then we have Nick Eden in the trenches that's leading our offensive line. So we've got coverage in all the different areas on our offensive side.
Put it to defense now. What do you see this year so far?
Defensively, I think we are attacking the football better than we did last year. We are gang tackling better than we did last year, and I think we have a little bit of depth in some positions that we didn't have last year. So I think overall our speed is better and our leadership is better on the defensive side.
Now you've got the Boise Braves Friday night. They're obviously 1-1. This is one of the oldest rivalries in the state of Idaho. It's one the old cliches you throw out, the old record book, and you have to go into it. What's the mindset you go in with this one?
It is a rivalry, and I played in the rivalry. I understand the city rivalries. You have to go in with the mindset like you're playing the best football team that is possibly out there. And Boise High is our homecoming week. I'm sure they understand that, so they're going to give that extra effort to, not allow us to win on our homecoming, whereas we have to approach this like this is a rivalry, focus on the football game and not all the other distractions that come with homecoming.
Coach, you're 2-0 so far. Any surprises to you this season with the Borah Lions, that something you didn't expect, a player or an attitude or something that may have surprised you that you've seen so far?
Honestly, this is exactly what we expected out of this group of individuals, because some of these players have been around and seen a couple of the teams that were around previous to their senior year, and they didn't like what they saw, and they bought into what we were saying as a coaching staff. And so the leadership has kind of spurred the younger kids on. So in reality, we expect even more out of these kids than what we're seeing right now.
Dave, I'll tell you what, that's a confident coach talking right there. His team's 2-0, and they really feel they can be 3-0 here with this game. And that would be the first time since 1997 that Borah has started a year 3-0.
Well, that confidence is such a key. I think it's part of the reason Timberline played so well last night. They're starting out the season undefeated. The kids, you have to learn how to win. I mean, I believe kids learn how to lose, and they keep losing. They go and know, and they're going to get their butts kicked. And you also have that confidence when you go in and you know how to win and you keep winning. So I think that's something that, that Borah has got going for it right now. Timberline has going for it. I'm going to be honest, Rocky Mountain, they've got to wonder. We've got to see if they can come back tonight after Mountain View shut them down last week. Those teams that are 2-0, they're feeling confident going, you know what? This winning feels good.
Yeah, and it's funny how things are shaking out a little bit different than some people thought. By the same token, it's still kind of early to tell. Hard to believe. This is our 4th game of the year already that we've done. Did 2 games last week, but we're getting smack dab into it. And, each week now we're going to have to kind of sit back and selectively pick which game we're going to do based on, what's at stake and who's playing.
Yep, and that is a big part. At this point now, as we get into the season, we try to take a look and see, who it is that we want to have as the teams in the game of the week and kind of who's sifting out and who's going to win Pod A and Pod B.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting as we go. And tonight I think will be interesting because what you have is 2 offenses led by 2 very different young men. You've got a sophomore and you've got a senior. And really, Hayden Brown, the quarterback for the Borah Lions, is a senior, has things under control. And then when you take a look at William McMullen, the head quarterback for, the Boise Braves, he's a sophomore. He's still learning, and they're worried about the fact that he's only had 2 games under his belt and is playing a good team like Borah. But, so you got 2 different philosophies going tonight. And I think what Boise has to do, Dave, is just kind of stay in the game early, not commit turnovers, not give Borah anything easy, and just let the game get established.
And, boy, we saw that last week at the Rocky Mountain. They have 5 turnovers?
First half, yeah.
Right in that first half, and they never got back into the game because of it.
All right, we'll take a 2-minute break. We'll be back. The Borah Lions coming out onto the field. It is their homecoming. They are the home team. And it's the Jackson's Food Stores Game of the Week. Borah and from Donald Larson Park in downtown Boise on Sports Radio 630 The Fan.
Is your family on the go? Visit your nearest Jackson's Butcher Block and pick Double R Ranch Beef 101 guide to discover quick beef recipes to keep your athletes full and healthy. Double R Ranch USDA Choice North beef is always available at Albertsons. Head over to Butcher Block today and join Double R Ranch and Albertsons in their support of our local ranchers.
When you buy a car from a sketchy guy off Craigslist, you get a lemon. When you get a lemon, you have a car with a dead battery. When you have a dead battery, you try and buy a battery at the same place you're buying your groceries. When you buy your battery at the same place you buy your groceries, you'll overpay. When you overpay for a new battery, you get sad. When you get sad, you go to an ice cream shop to feel better. When you go to an ice cream shop to feel better, you get robbed by an 80s hair metal band. When you get robbed by an 80s hair metal band, you get hit by a man with a keytar. When you get hit by a man with a keytar, you suddenly like the music of David Hasselhoff. When you suddenly find yourself liking the music of David Hasselhoff, you get made fun of. Don't get made fun of for listening to David Hasselhoff's music. Don't buy an expensive battery. Buy a less expensive battery from the Battery Exchange.
Hi, this is Aaron from the Battery Exchange. Let us save you from the disaster of buying an expensive battery. Come and visit us at our new store, now open on Overland Road in Boise, in Meridian, on Fairview, and in Caldwell on the Boulevard by DMB Supply. The Battery Exchange. All the power, half the price.
In 1975, John Jackson started Jackson's Food Stores with 1 service station. Now Jackson's is more than 200 stores strong in 5 states, and they invite you to stop in to help celebrate their 40th anniversary. Jackson's takes pride in serving the Treasure Valley, not just with their great products, but also with their dedication to community, having raised millions for charity. In fact, Jackson's Food Store supports the 630 The Fan MVP Fund benefiting student athletes. Jackson's Food Stores, homegrown in the Treasure Valley.
KFXD Boise.
I don't think anybody saw that one coming.
Your station for Dan Patrick is Sports Radio 630, The Fan.
Had a beautiful night here in the Treasure Valley. Wayne Zubak and Dave Burnett with you at Donald Larson Park, right in downtown Boise. And it's a nice setting down here, and they got a great field, the artificial surface, and the team's now at the center of the field for the coin toss, and we're going to get ready for this thing. The Borah Lions, as I mentioned, they're homecoming. It's about 90 degrees right now, but as soon as that sun begins to set, that temperature will drop really quickly. That's what makes September so wonderful.
Yeah, I would imagine for the players down on the field right now, still pretty warm down there on that turf, and the rubber tires that are down in there black that absorb all that heat. So, for the first part of the game, hydration is, we've heard from Dr. Rosie in our Wednesday night high school extra how important that hydration is, and making sure these kids get lots of water to drink, especially early on in this game.
Looking at one of the team captains for Borah, that's their running back, Jace Forey. He's 6'1", 200 pounds. And he's standing next to a wide receiver who's a pretty big kid himself. That's Jake Poland, who's 6'2". And I'm telling you, I would not want to have to stop Jace Forey. I mean, that's a big fella.
Well, again, that's where, you got a competitive edge. Do you throw the ball up, play catch, and let his height take advantage? I think that's something that you may see happen tonight.
Yeah, and I mean, so when you look at that, that's what really has powered Borah is Jace Forey and then Hayden Brown at quarterback. They've been doing a good job, and they've scored 48 and 46 points respectively to start the season as the Boise Braves now come out from their locker room as the coin toss still going on. It looks like Borah has won it, and they've deferred to the second half, so it looks like Boise is going to take the ball.
If you're watching the video stream right now, you'll see the Borah Lions facing us in the stands. They have a tradition when the visiting or the opposing team comes out, they turn their backs to them and they look at their home crowd as the other team comes out. Now they've all turned around and they're facing the field. Kind of an interesting tradition they have there.
See, I thought it was just for homecoming or something.
No,
I wasn't sure what they were doing.
That was, they are turning their backs on the other team coming on the field. I found that very fascinating.
All right, so Borah again won the coin toss, and they will defer, so they will kick off to the Boise Braves. They'll let Boise start, and we'll see how this thing goes as the teams now making their final huddles around their head coaches. Darren Corpus of Borah, and, of course, Bob Clark of the Boise Braves.
630thefan.com is where live video streaming taking place right now. You can click on there, watch the game live. If you're on a smartphone heading out to wherever you're at, you can do that as well. And we are tweeting as well at just look for 630 The Fan. We have hashtag HS for high school. HS Fan is our hashtag.
Game clock still showing 2.5 minutes before they kick this thing off. I don't know if they're going to give them that whole time or just let them take the field and hit that clock to 12 minutes and get this thing going.
Well, you remember last Saturday when we did the game.
Same thing happened.
Yeah, it was like 7 minutes left. They went, zero it out. Let's go.
Let's play this thing. Let's get this thing going. Borah lining up to kick it off at the 40-yard line. And here come the Boise Braves out to receive. Again, still waiting for the game clock to kind of get where it needs to be.
Well, we'll see if they just zero that thing out if they make these kids stand there for 2 minutes.
I hated that, man. When you want to play, you want to play.
You're antsy. The national anthem is played. You've got that behind you. You're ready to go. The team announcements, the lineups have been announced. Let's do it. And now they're waiting on the clock, which is set at, they've stopped it.
They've stopped it, so they're getting ready. There, guys working on it.
They've reset it.
All right, Oliver Munch and Noah Latimer going to go deep for the Boise Braves. Those three will be back there. Those two, rather, will be back there. They got a third man back there, it looks like.
That's a lot of guys back. Not as many guys up blocking.
Saddlebaugh Harry is back there as well. So you've got three deep. Here comes the kick. It's low, bounces off, takes a huge bounce at the 22, picked up by an up man. He's got a big hole up the middle, and he's all the way out to the 45-yard line. And what a nice return that time by Joshua Beater-Leet.
Yeah, he did. He got a kind of split the seam there. As it was kind of a low, squibby bouncer. Picked it up, split a seam, and got some yardage out of it. So the Braves getting a nice start to a nice place to start this game at.
Joshua Beater-Leet saw it take that big shortstop hop and decided that he's going to go for it. So here come the Boise Braves, and they will start at quarterback with William McMullen. I was told they may play a couple of different people out there, but I don't know. Hunter Kling there at running back. McMullen running. Needs to tuck that ball away. He had it way out there, but he gets across the 50, and it looks like he may have fumbled it, and he did. He fumbled it at the 49-yard line of Borah, and what we talked about, Dave, was that Boise could not afford to make a mistake, and McMullen was carrying that ball, like a loaf of bread.
Yeah, that's a sophomore mistake right there, and you said it as he was running. He needs to tuck that ball away, and he paid the price. Now the Borah Lions getting it back in better position right at the 50-yard line.
Yep, that's where they mark it, so right at the 50-yard line. So one play for the Boise Braves, who had great field position, and one turnover just like that.
All right, so Boise comes out. They'll be in a four-man down front.
Let's see what the Borah Lions can do here. Hayden Brown, a quarterback, has a man in motion. Hands off to that man. That's Kristen Hugon. And Hugon throws it downfield. It's a halfback option. It's complete all the way down to the 15-yard line. So a little trickeration going on down there. Complete to Jake Paulin. And the Borah Lions have a first down at the 15-yard line.
Somebody has been dipping into the Boise State playbook, I think, because that halfback pass and it caught Boise sleeping.
You think Borah didn't feel like they needed a quick start here?
Well, they got one.
They did. Brown at quarterback has it, hands it up the middle to Forey. Forey runs to the right, has a hole, bounces it outside, and he may be into the end zone. Let's see. Nope, he's out at about the 1-yard line.
Well, Borah's got themselves set up well, and I say this every week. when you get a turnover, you have to make the other team pay. You can't, if you turn the ball over and go 3 and out, it's like no big deal. You've got to make them pay when they make that turnover.
First and goal to go for the Borah Lions as they've gone all the way down to the 1 yard line in 2 plays after recovering a fumble at midfield. And timeout, I think it delay a game. Nope, procedure penalty is going to be called against Borah, so now it's going to be first and goal from the 6.
Somebody on the one of the receivers stepped forward across the line, and that was all that took. Shadow of the buildings around Donald Larson covering half the field right now.
Like we said, at game time it was about 90 degrees, 89, give or take. Warm night, but it should cool down and be a perfect night for football. And the Borah Lions trying to make Boise pay for their fumble in the end zone. Caught! Touchdown! And the touchdown goes to Jake Paulin, and he makes it 6-0.
Yeah, and if you look at the defender back there, Wayne, size played the difference there. Just that extra height made it that much easier to go up and bring down that ball.
Hayden Brown with a perfectly placed pass.
Borah's going to go for the kick on the extra point.
Only took him 3 plays. Dustin Johnson in the 3rd. The extra point is up. It's got to be a soccer player.
Yeah.
Dustin Johnson in the 3rd. It is good. So we'll take a 1-minute timeout with 11:27 to go. It took him 33 seconds to score, Dave.
Not long. That is
not long.
Not good
wow.
news for the Boise
Not
Braves.
a way for the Braves to start off. It's Borah 7, Boise nothing on Sports Radio 630 The Fan.
Helping you feel better one step at a time. Foot and Ankle Medical Center.
Ankles aren't something you think about until you have to walk across a parking lot or a soccer field on a sprained ankle. You probably never noticed stepping up a curb or going downstairs until you have a foot injury. Those injuries can affect your quality of life in so many ways. At Foot and Ankle Medical Center, Dr. Burke and Dr. Martin specialize in all things below the knee. Sprains, breaks, wounds, and even old sports injuries. Many times, soft tissue damage doesn't show up on an x-ray. That's why it's important to see a specialist. Foot and Ankle Medical Center has offices in Nampa, Emmett, Mountain Home, and Fruitland, and you don't need a referral. If you do end up with an injury, see the specialists. Foot and Ankle Medical Center, online at footandanklemedicalcenter.com.
Helping you feel better one step at a time. Foot and Ankle Medical Center.
Your station for Treasure Valley High School football is Sports Radio 630, The Fan.
Well, a quick kickoff here, and another low kickoff. Takes a big bounce, and Oliver Munch picks it up on the run, and he gets it all the way out to the 38-yard line. And so once again, the Boise Braves have great field position at the 38-yard line, but the last time, one play, a fumble. Let's see what McMullen can do this time. He throws it out on the flat. It's complete, out across the 40 to about the 44-yard line. And you can see the arm strength, Dave, that he has.
That was a real nice pass. He took about 2 steps back, looked to the side, drilled it, perfect spiral, hit him right in the breadbasket. Nice pass.
Cal Gustafson making the catch right at the 45-yard line. Pickup of 7. It'll be 2nd down and 3.
Borah running with a 3-down lineman front.
If you just joined us, you're listening to the Jackson's Food Store High School Game of the Week. McMullen back to pass to Gustafson again. This time he just gets to the line of scrimmage. Good defense by Borah.
Yeah, Ains Cerna was waiting right there for that one. Hit the kid right in the back, brought him right down to the turf. Boise trying to run a little bit of a hurry-up offense here. They're not huddling up, getting a play from the sideline, trying to get it off quickly.
Borah up 7-0 after a turnover at midfield, and 3 plays later they scored and took an early lead here. McMullen throws it on the flat, caught, then dropped. Boy, I tell you what, it was right smack dab in the hands of Andrew Thibault, and he just couldn't hold on to it.
Yeah, that would have got him pretty close to the line of scrimmage, but instead we're going to have 4th down here, so we're going to see Boise punt the ball.
Yeah, Boise cannot. I mean, they've got to get in some kind of rhythm. You can see, really, what they've got in McMullen. He can pass the football, and that time it was right in the hands of Thibault, and he just kind of dropped it. So it's 4th down and 3. Actually, 4th down and 4 as they lost a yard on the other pass, and they'll be back to kick it away. Jace Forey is deep, as also back there Chris Hugon. Good snap. Here comes the pressure. Nice spiraling, sending Jace Forey way back. Needs to get away from it. It bounces out of bounds at about the 4-yard line. What a great punt.
Wow, that was a Again, I wonder if that kid's a soccer player because that was really a nice kick, a nice high spiral, came down, did exactly what a punt needs to do.
They're going to put it right at the 5-yard line. They say it went out of bounds there. That is a kick and a half. That's about a 70-yard punt.
And that's a bit of a break for the Boise Braves in that they now have Borah in deep. Borah's going to have to do 95 yards to get a touchdown. So, the kicking team, the special teams there did everything they possibly could to set Borah in a bad space.
Well, Borah, after they recovered that fumble, went 50 yards in 3 plays and scored to take a 7-0 lead here in the first period. So here we go. Brown, a quarterback. He's in the end zone, his own end zone. Jace Forey back there with him. That's how deep they are at the 5-yard line. Pressure coming up the middle. They get it to Forey, right side. He bounces it through across the 10 out to the 12-yard line, rolls forward. Let's see where they mark him down. I think right at about the 12.
Boise's defense going to have to attack the ball right there. You had your D linemen. I saw 2 of them that just kind of stood up and got pushed around. They're going to have to attack that ball and keep low.
They had Jacob Sprague, 56, coming up the middle day, but Forey went the other way. Now everybody's offside, or is it? Yeah, it looks like it's going to be offside against Boise.
Yeah, I think they drew him off. I think he had a hard snap count because 4 of the linemen, they all decided we're going, and so they're going to march off 5 on the Braves.
Yeah, and that'll give them a first down. So it'll be first down for the Borah Lions at the 19-yard line.
Can't afford to give up cheap yardage.
2 wide receivers to the near side. For the Borah Lions, they got Forey in the backfield. Brown a quarterback. Looks to his right. Now he wants to run with it. Now he's going to run to his right. He's got 10 yards. He's out across the 35, or the 25 rather, and a flag flies out at the 30.
Yeah, not a good sign where that flag came down. That's usually a sign of holding or a bad block.
So let's see what it is. The flag was thrown at the 25-yard line just as he kind of broke for a first down.
They're all coming back.
Yep. It's going to be holding against Borah.
Again, mistakes a big part early in the season here of not making the dumb mistakes.
That's going to make it first down from the spot of the foul. First down and 13. Second down at 13. Brown, low snap, picks it up over the middle, ball batted in the air and falls to the ground. Nice job that time, right up the middle. I think that was number 56, Jacob Sprague.
Yeah, Jacob's a senior, 6'2", 220 pounds, got up in the air, got a block on that one. I was hoping to come down to the ball, but couldn't get to it.
7-0 Borah, 9:26 to go first period. Borah scoring on a turnover. 3 plays after they got it at midfield. That's all it took for them to get it in. But now they're faced with a second down and 13. So that's correct. Second down, 13 now. Pass it out to the flat. It's complete out to the 25. And right near the first down marker, a nice run by Thomas Mertzer after the catch.
That was a real nice pass that time. Spotted his receiver out there. Had plenty of room around him. The Boise Braves playing a little bit soft to defense there.
Can't afford to play soft when they can do things like that. Mertzer with the first down. He needed 12 and he got 13. Ball at the 29-yard line. Back to pass. Brown. Brown's got a man open, but he overthrows him by 10 yards. Wide open that time was Hugon.
Yeah, I think adrenaline might have got to him just a little bit as he put a little more arm into it than he needed to. There's no way he could have caught up with that ball.
So it's second down and 10 now. Ball will be brought back to the line of scrimmage. The 28 is where they put it.
Well, I think if you're Borah, you want to pick up at least some yardage, try to get 4 or 5 yards out of this.
So far, Borah has been pretty much able to do what they want to do offensively. Hand it off to Forey. Forey breaks a hole. He's to the 40, 45-yard line, and forward to the 46-yard line as he just pounds his way for 16 yards.
Kind of running standing up a little bit, but it still worked because none of the Braves really got low and really hit him.
You know, Bob Clark told us before the game that he was really proud of the way his defense was playing. They're going to have to get ready here as Forey comes left side now, and this time he gets hit right at the line of scrimmage. He'll gain about a yard, but much better defense by the Braves.
Yeah, Josh Beater Leet was the guy who made the tackle that time, just squared up and brought him down to the turf.
So it'll be second down and 10. They're going to say no gain at all. Hayden Brown, a quarterback, back to pass, looks left, throws. It's complete. Gustafson has about 9 yards, now falls forward. He falls inside the 45-yard line, down to about the 44-yard line.
Yeah, he was
Jake Poland, rather. I'm sorry.
He was scrapping for a lot of extra yardage there. It was once again Josh Peterleet who made the tackle on the play.
So a first down just inside the 45-yard line. Brown got a quarterback keep it, bounces outside, has a little bit of running room. Now we've got a flag down. And we've also got Brown down at about the 40-yard line, but I think this is coming back.
Yeah, that's in the backfield. That's going to be a holding call there. You know, I should have done a little research. I'm not sure if Josh Peterleet, if he's any relation to the mayor, because I know the mayor used to come out to Optimus football back when my grandson was playing and came out to watch. I think it was his nephew who was playing football at the time.
Yeah, and it's just so I get it right, Josu.
Oh, it's Josu, not Josh.
Josu, yeah.
That's what I get for looking at that, Josu.
It looks like Josh.
Oh.
Just missing one letter.
Missed the H.
Up again. Hard count. Looks like Boise jumps offside.
Yep, that time it was Austin Cooper with the infraction there, got caught with that hard count. So that's working.
Second time they've, offside. So now you go, from first down and really long now to a first down and 16.
I know when I was in high school, if it worked once, you kept doing it until they figured it out. It's free play.
All right, here come the Borah Lions. Line of scrimmage. They lead at 7-0. Clock running. 7:58 to go here in the first period. Handed off. Running back up the middle. Spins inside the 45 down to about the 44-yard line. Nice run by Keegan Lester.
Jose Ramirez making the tackle that time, coming from his linebacker spot.
Lester in there for one play, and here comes Jace Forey back in at running back.
So Borah started with 95 yards to go down the field. They're better than halfway there now.
Second down and 11, though. Big play coming up here. Brown from the shotgun takes it straight up the middle. Quarterback keeper saw a big hole, and he really just bowls his way down to the 36-yard line. Going to be about a yard shy, so it's the third down and only a yard and a half or so.
Jacob Sprague making the tackle that time.
Sprague's going to have a busy day up the middle. They're going right up the middle. They go up the middle again with Forey. Jace Forey's got the first down to the 30-yard line, pick up a 5. So the Borah Lions just kind of moving the football, and so far Boise has shown no propensity to be able to stop this offense.
And I'm wondering about conditioning of the Braves. You got several guys holding their hips.
Brown back to pass. Looks to his right. Nobody was open left. He's going to run it. Has a lot of running room. Knocked out of bounds. But he has a first down and a flag flies. They're going to say a late hit against the Boise Braves out of bounds.
Boy, you get it down in that 30-yard line marker. You do not want to give them extra yardage with a penalty.
Well, Hayden Brown, personal foul. Late hit against Boise. Pretty easy call for the officials to make. And that's going to tack on even more yardage all the way inside the 10 down to the 9-yard line, where it'll be first and goal to go for Borah. Already up 7-0. 6:50 to go here in the first period. Boise needed to get off to a quick start. That has not happened. They've only had the ball for 4 offensive plays. Around the outside, Hugon picked up and dropped to the turf. Wow, nice tackle by Hunter Klinge.
Yeah, Hunter came right up there, just kind of picked him up, tossed him to the turf, said, there you go. That's for you.
No gain. Matter of fact, loss of about a yard back to the 11. So it's first and second and goal now from the 11-yard line. Brown looking in the end zone, throws, and incomplete. Good coverage in the backfield there.
Yep. It was real good coverage that time, as really gave him no cushion at all, and that's really the way they need to play him, nice and tight.
Yeah, they were just going one-on-one. They're using that one-on-one coverage, but just really good coverage that time by Oliver Munch for Boise in the backfield.
Most of the field covered by the shadows now.
It doesn't take long for that sun to set here in September.
Nope, it does not.
Don't have the lights on yet. Hayden Brown on a third and goal. Back to pass, looking. Here's some pressure from Sprague up the middle. He gets pushed from behind, and a nice break up in the end zone that time. Wow, that was a good play by Ramon Booker.
Yeah, Booker came up and read that play, and the quarterback was running for his life and read it, had the hit right as the ball got to him. Perfect timing, knocked that ball loose.
So it's going to be fourth and goal Do they try for the field goal? They're up 7-0, and there's the first time, Dave, that we've seen that defense stiffen for the Boise Braves.
Yep, I think we got our kicker out, so unless they try a little shenanigans, we should see 3 points attempted.
Well, there's always shenanigans, you know what I'm saying?
Well, we've already seen it.
All right, here we go. The field goal attempt on the way from 29 yards is good, and it was right through the middle.
Yeah, they got a good kicker on Borah. This kid's doing well for him.
That one kicking was Ryan Bartnick. He's a quarterback, tight end, linebacker, and kicker, a senior. That's what he's listed as.
Quarterback, linebacker, tight end, and kicker.
Yep.
I don't know that I've ever seen that combination before. Wow.
Let's hold it here because we were kind of talking about his attributes there. I mean, this guy can play the whole field. I mean, wow.
Well, I know this. He's got a good foot. He drilled that one right through the uprights. So
with 6:09 to go here in the first period, Borah's jumped to a 10-0 lead. Now, Boise, as we said, they fumbled. If you just joined us, fumbled on their first offensive play at midfield. Borah scored 3 plays later. And then they came out, went 3 and out, and really it was a drop pass. They had a first down, and the pass was just simply dropped. They just got to get something going here. I like to see them try to establish a little bit of a run. They've run with the quarterback once, but then passed 3 times. All right, here's the kickoff again. Low bouncer taken on the run again by Oliver Munch. And Munch going right side. Now he goes left side. He's at the 40, 45, 50, 40. Down the sidelines, 30, 25, 20. One man to beat. He's down to the 10-yard line, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds at the 6. How about that? Oliver Munch with a huge return.
Well, that's something Boise they needed at this point, being down 10-0. They needed something to rejuvenate and say, you know what, we can hang in this game. So now we'll find out what they can do with the ball down around the 10-yard line. Can they punch it in and get some points?
Boy, if you're Bob Clark, you're going to go, go, Oliver, go, get in the end zone. Let's not put this on our offense right now. Let's get some points on the board, and we'll feel better any way we can get them. All right, so it's 1st and goal to go, and I think we've got a quarterback change. So Cal Gustafson, the quarterback now, in there. Gustafson going to roll, and he's going to run it right. He tucks it underneath, and he's going to be caught. Just waited too long, Dave, to make a decision to get going 100 miles an hour, and he's brought down at the 10.
Yeah, he got strung out there. Lucas Langus coming up with a nice play down the line to string him along and to get that tackle for loss.
It's one thing to be patient, waiting for a hole to open up, but sometimes you just got to string it out and run as hard as you can. Gustafson, he's going to keep it, going to his left. He's still looking for somebody in the end zone. He's going to have to tuck it, go out of bounds, and then he threw the ball away after he went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. I'm not sure why.
Well, and that's youth because he had 2 kids wide open in the end zone. Number 3 out there, Oliver Munch was waving his hands like crazy. I'm open, and he just never saw him.
The problem is that he was running to his left. He's a right-handed guy, and he was really running for his life. Had defenders to his right. He really couldn't roll back and throw it. He knew he couldn't make that throw.
Well, throwing that ball cross body, that's hard to do. It's hard for an NFL quarterback to do.
All of a sudden, see, they wanted Munch to get in there on the return because now it's 3rd and goal to go. Gustafson going to the right, looks in the end zone, throws, touchdown to Munch. Munch got free in the back of the end zone, and Oliver Munch, that was his drive right there. A huge return down to the 6-yard line, and then the touchdown reception on 3rd and goal to go, and it's a 4-point ball game.
And he paid a bit of a price as Dustin Johnson III came into the backfield and just leveled it.
The third?
That was Johnson III. Sorry.
I know. You got to go there.
It's kind of fun.
All right, here we go. The extra point attempt to try to make it a 3-point ball game, and this is exactly what the Braves needed. Josu Biederle, I believe that's who is out there kicking. The kick is up, and it is good. So with 5:18 to go, that sun making a funny thing up there. 5:18 to go. We'll take a 30-second break here. You're listening to the Jackson's Food Store High School Game of the Week. It's Borah 10, Boise 7. We'll be back right after this. At Boise Muffler Shop, they know cars are always trying to tell us something. Low tire pressure, a light comes on. Same when you haven't checked the oil for a while. And of course, there's the dreaded check engine light. For more than 25 years, Treasure Valley drivers have trusted Rod at Boise Muffler to knock
Dave.
their lights out. Well, you know what?
I can just click
Boise
and
Muffler
drag
Shop on Fairview
from the
specializes
wall.
in all
I can
types of exhaust
that's what I did
systems,
with
while
this one.
basic auto repairs are
Just
the
so they
expertise of the Boise Muffler
have
Shop
proof of them.
location at 36th and Chinden. Boise Muffler
that's
Shop. They can simplify your day.
Your station for Treasure Valley High School football is Sports Radio 630, The Fan.
Welcome back to the Jackson's Food Store High School game of the week. And right now, first quarter, 5:18 to go. It's 10-7 in favor of the Borah Lions over the Boise Braves. I'm just kind of checking the weather here to see if it's gotten any cooler.
I would hope with the shade that it has.
It has, but it still says it's 90 degrees in Boise.
You might want to refresh that. I can't believe it's that
Well,
warm.
I just did.
Wow.
My goodness gracious.
I know it's about 110 in the booth.
I know.
Not that I'm complaining. The booth is comfortable.
I think, though, the sun's still shining on the airport. No, nobody lives at the airport, but that's where they always take the temperature.
Other than Tom Hanks.
Yeah, what does it care that they're?
No.
All right, this is the first time you're going to see Beaterly kicking off. He'll be kicking off to the Borah Lions. That's this kick going to come down to Forey. Bounces at the 11-yard line. Forey touches it at the 8. Now he finally corrals it, has it, going right side, looking for some blocking. Has it out to the 20, 25, 30, up the field, a count. Down the sidelines to about the 40-yard line. That's a 35-yard return by Jace Forey.
Not what the Boise Braves wanted to do. You're back within 3 points. You don't want to give them a big return and get it back to midfield, and that's exactly what happened.
Well, Beaterly had a great kick, Dave. It bounced around the 11-yard line. Forey tried to reach for it, couldn't handle it, so he knocked it around at the 6, picked it up, and now you got the guy kind of cornered in one side. He ran all the way down the other sideline and all the way out. They're going to say went out at the 38-yard line officially.
Well, Boise has called. They're playing the huddle on the sideline, so they'll line right up and go.
Keegan Lester in there at running back right now. Jace Forey after that return getting a breather. So Lester at running back, Hayden Brown at quarterback. It's a 3-point game. Lester gets it up the middle. And, boy, he is stopped right there.
Austin Cooper waiting with open arms saying, come on in, boy, we'll bring you to the ground.
Austin Cooper doing a good job. He's 6 foot, 185 pounds.
Which is not huge for playing in the middle there.
No, not at all.
in this day and age.
Well, like Bob Clark says, is Boise Braves, for the most part, are outnumbered sometimes. That ball tipped at the line of scrimmage, still caught. But it's only going to be a gain of about 3 yards. So that ball was tipped at the line of scrimmage and then caught anyway.
Noah Latimer coming up to make the tackle on the play to save any additional yardage.
Ryan Bartnett caught that ball. So it's 3rd down and 7 now. A big 3rd down here for both teams, especially for Boise, who wants to get off the field. Ball is thrown high, incomplete. That ball thrown a little bit lower, probably could have been caught. A pass was intended there for Jake Paulin, but too high is going to be 4th down and about 7. Do we have a flag down?
Yeah,
we do. We have a flag down.
One of the disadvantages we have here, Wayne, of being in a high school field is a little bit lower. If you're watching on streaming at 630thefan.com, the players on the sideline get in the way of the view and missed that incompleted pass there.
So let's see what it's. If it's, you got to think that if it were against Borah, that Boise would decline because it'd be 4th down and 7.
Yep, they're talking not to either team yet.
Now they're going to say interference against Borah.
Offensive pass interference.
So it's offensive pass interference. So you got to decline that to make it 4th down and 7 and have them kick it away. Or are you going to take it, give them a 3rd down? The way Borah's been moving the football, I would take the 4th down.
I would too. At this point, they would probably kick it away, being at their own 40-yard line.
Now that it's a 3-point ball game, if they were still up 10-0, maybe they'd have a little bit of chutzpah and say, you know what, let's give it a shot and see what happens.
But they did. They declined the penalty, so it's 4th down.
So 4th down and 7. Both teams seem to be a little bit disconcerted and out of sync right now. Not sure what to do.
Yeah, Borah came out marching and got right up on the board, but now Boise's come back and said, you know what, we're not going to let you run away with this. Borah, not enough guys on the field.
Yep. See, there was what I'm saying. Nobody's kind of knowing what's going on, and so everybody's kind of waiting. Well, am I in the punt team? Yeah, I am. I should be out there right now.
That drives the coach nuts.
All right. Here's the punt, and it's a bad punt going off the side of his foot out of bounds. I don't think it went more than about 8 yards. That's it. They're saying it went out of bounds at the 49-yard line. That's a 9-yard punt, Dave.
Should have run a play. If you knew now what happened, if you knew that then, you would have run a play.
Well, and we saw that everybody was out of sync because of the penalty. Boise wasn't in their punt return team, and Borah wasn't in the punt team. And so by the time they got out there, they were worried about the clock, and nothing really worked well.
Yeah, that's one of those things where, if you were Borah, you might have said timeout, and taking a timeout got everything set.
Gustafson's going to stay in there at quarterback, but here's my feeling. I thought that McMullen played pretty well. I thought passes were right on. He did have that fumble, but we'll see. They hand it off to Klinge. Klinge left side. Down the left side he goes to the 40. Breaks away again to the 30-yard line, and he's out of bounds, or down anyway, to 28.
There's some nice plays there as he had some guys with their arms kind of up around his shoulders, ripping some tackles away and making some yardage. That was a nice run.
I saw him. He's just a sophomore, and I saw him, in practice, and I said, boy, he's a pretty good-looking sophomore. Hand it up the middle again. Bounces it outside. 25. Down to about the 24-yard line. Klinge, that's a 7-yard pickup.
I hate to say this about a team, but you know what? Boise may have, if they get some good linemen, they may have a really good team here in a couple of years. You'd like to say they're really good now, but with some young players showing some promise, they could be a contender here in a couple of years.
Well, I like what I've seen. They were down 10-0, Dave, and it looked like it could be a definite runaway here. Everything looked like it was Borah green tonight. And they hand it off, Klinge again, left side. They've gone to the well 3 times, and it's going to get a first down to the 15-yard line.
Well, as long as it works, keep going back to it until they figure out how to stop it. Lucas Langus coming up with the tackle for the Borah Lions.
There are times in high school that we only had like 4 plays. Sweep left, sweep right, sweep left, sweep right.
We used to call it student body right, student body left.
And it worked. It got you down the field. And as long as you held on to the ball, Gustafson fakes it up the middle, keeps it out of bounds. He gets about 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
Well, take the 2 yards and get that much closer to the end zone.
So Cal Gustafson coming in here at quarterback, replacing William McMullen, who's just a sophomore. Gustafson's a senior, 6'1", 180 pounds.
And that could be where that experience makes a difference.
You got some good wide receivers over there. They've got Noah Latimer and Oliver Munch. Munch has a touchdown reception tonight. Let's see if Gustafson wants to throw. He doesn't. Goes left side with Klinge again. And he's going to get down to about the 10-yard line. So it's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 2.
Well, you're in that position with 2 yards. You can go either way. You can go ahead and try to run that ball. Klinge's been doing a good job. Or go ahead and throw it. I like that. When you're 3rd and 2, your options are wide open.
Boise looking over at the coaching staff, Bob Clark, to see what to call, taking their time. Clock running, 2:45 to go. 3-point ball game, first quarter, 10-7. Borah leads it, but it's a 3rd down and actually 4 from about the 10-yard line. They play action fake. Gustafson rolling to his left, tries to move it up. He spins. He's hit just shy of the first down by about a yard. So now it's going to be 4th down and a yard for a first down. Well, it looks like a long 2 yards. They said the official was right there marking it at a yard, Dave, and then it ended up being more like 2.
Well, do you go ahead and go for the field goal and try to tie this thing up? But if you don't have a kicker, I guess you're going to go ahead and go for the play.
I think Beaterly can make it, but I think they're 1-1, and they're playing Borah, and they can have Borah deep in their own territory if they don't make this first down. I think they're going to go for it here. So Gustafson lines up, and now they're going to call timeout. We'll take a 30-second timeout as well. It's 10-7. Boise coming up with a big 4th down play. What will they do when we come back after this on Sports Radio 630 The Fan?
In 1975, John Jackson started Jackson's Food Stores with one service station. Now Jackson's is more than 200 stores strong in 5 states, and they invite you to stop in to help celebrate their 40th anniversary. Jackson's takes pride in serving the Treasure Valley, not just with their great products, but also with their dedication to community, having raised millions for charity. In fact, Jackson's Food Stores supports the 630 The Fan MVP Fund benefiting student athletes. Jackson's Food Stores, homegrown in the Treasure Valley.
Your station for Treasure Valley High School football is Sports Radio 630, The Fan.
Wayne Zuback, Dave Burnett with you back here at Donald Larson Park. It's homecoming for the Borah Lions, and boy, I tell you what, they got a pretty good crowd on hand here tonight.
They do. Borah's got a lot of fancier. Boise, not so many, but Borah, boy, it is jammed.
Well, right now we've got a 10-7 ball game, and Borah going to go for it. Boise going to go for it. On fourth down, up the middle they go. This is going to be close. Looks like a first down at the 5-yard line. He needed to get to the 5. If he's at the 6, no doing.
Waiting for it to get sifted out.
The official, he calls it first down, so it's 1st and goal to go for the Boise Braves at the 5-yard line. Nice run right smack dab up the middle.
Boy, that is a gutsy call for this point of the game right now to go ahead and go for that, because that would be a heartbreaker to miss that and to turn the ball over.
Biederle now in the backfield. Boy, he can kick, he can run, he can do everything. He's in there. Looks like a big old fullback is what he looks like. Gustafson rolling to his left. He's going to take it up the middle. He dives in. Touchdown. Cal Gustafson, quarterback, keeper left side. And the Boise Braves, who look like they were in big, big trouble here tonight, have taken a 13-10 lead with 2:03 to go in the first period.
Well, you know what? You make a quarterback change, you put a little more experienced kid in there, and they are Boise playing with a lot of confidence against the Borah Lions right now.
So Josu Biederle, running back, linebacker, and kicker. They just didn't put a K by his name. Trey Jones, the holder. A snap, high snap, it's down. The kick is up, and it is good. We'll take a 1-minute timeout. 2:03 to go. First period. It's 14-10. The Boise Braves over the Borah Lions on Sports Radio 630 The Fan.
When your car...
We're good. We got a good game.
I got to find out. I don't know how to say this kid's name. I meant to do that. I'm going clingy, but I don't know that it is. It's going to be clinge.
I think it's clingy. Cling. Maybe it's cling.
Could be cling.
Yeah.
Fourteen to 10. The Boise Braves lead it. Biederle kicks it off, and it's going to go out of bounds at the 20-yard line. So that'll be a flag. It'll bring it out to the 35-yard line. So good field position for the Borah Lions.
Not quite sure what that was. I don't know if he was trying for an onside kick or a squib. It was just kind of too far to be an onside. I don't know what it was he was trying to do.
I think it was a squib. I think he was just trying to keep it out of Jace Forey's hands, and it got off the side of his foot and got out of bounds. So they'll bring it to the 35-yard line, and near hash mark, that's where the Borah Lions will have it. 2:03 to go here in the first period. If you just joined us, Borah jumped to a 10-0 lead, and it looked like the Boise Braves were in deep, deep, deep trouble. But they have scored 14 unanswered points now. A 5-yard run by quarterback Cal Gustafson and a touchdown pass to Munch. And Boise leads it 14-10. Brown, the keeper at quarterback, right up the middle. He gets about 8 yards.
Yeah, they saw something there because there was never even a question. He came right up and went right up the middle and had plenty of yardage. It was Hunter Kling, I believe is his name. We'll go ahead and call him Hunter Kling. We'll call him Hunter, making the tackle.
Handed off to Jace Forey, and Jace Forey just keeps the legs churning, gets his way all the way to midfield, and that's a first down for the Borah Lions. Borah right now offensively, Dave, just seems like there's a little bit more vigor there. Like, okay, we're in a game, we better get going.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and hitch in the mouth.
Hayden Brown, a quarterback, and again, for the third time tonight, the Boise Braves jump offside.
Yeah, and it's number 57. I hate to point it out when somebody does something bad, but Keenan at Dalek, and it's the third time now he has jumped off sides. I think he's going to get a talking to, Lucy.
I think so. He's got some splaining to do, right?
I think so.
All right, first down and 5 from the 45-yard line. Now they are in to Boise territory, Borah is. Brown looking to throw. He's being chased, and he's going to be dropped back at the midfield. So that's going to be the loss of that 5 yards that they got. It'll be second down and 10.
Well, I love to say things when good things happen. As Keenan Dealick came back and redeemed himself by putting the initial pressure on the quarterback there.
He did. He and Jacob Sprague were back there. So it's going to be, they're going to actually mark it to 49. So loss of 4, second down and 9. The pass incomplete and intercepted. But a flag is down. Sprague has the interception. But there could have been some kind of a pass interference there that caused it, because there was contact and the ball went flying up in the air. Sprague came down with it for Boise, but let's see.
This is what I'm going to actually go back and watch on the video stream at 630thefan.com, because if they call pass interference on that, I think that was perfectly timed.
Yeah, they did. They're calling it against Boise, and I agree with you. I thought it was perfectly timed. The defender hit the receiver just as he had the ball touch his hands, and it went straight up in the air, and for naught. So a good defensive play by Boise as far as we see it from up here.
Yeah, I'm a little suspect of that one. But you know what? I don't have a whistle, nor do I have a striped shirt.
So that's going to move the ball down to the 34-yard line. Borah, instead of turning it over, has great field position again. And again, and it is offside.
Yep.
And this time Sprague jumped offside for Boise. Wow.
From the outside there. And you know what? Look down and watch the ball. I mean, that is just defense 101. Don't listen to the quarterback. Don't listen to the crowd. Watch the ball.
Well, when you're jumping off this much, now you've got to decide. Fourth time you've called offside. I haven't seen offside that much all year. Brown. Back to pass, setting up the screen. They get it to 4. He's got lots of running room. 20. A flag goes down, and he's out of bounds at about the 10-yard line. But I think that flag is going to be either holding or a block in the back.
So Boise may get a break. This one may be coming back here.
Boy, they had that screen all set up.
Yeah, that was executed nicely. The linemen held their blocks for about the count of 2 or 3. Let their defensive linemen through and they executed that one perfect.
Thing of it is, it was a hold, and it's going to bring it all the way back to the 35-yard line where it'll be first and 11. But Forey did not need any help. No. Really, he could have just stood there and not made a block, not made a hold, not done anything, and Forey would have had it down to the 10-yard line. So that's one of those things, if you're a coach, that's just a tough, it's an accurate call, but it's a tough one to handle. Brown, a quarterback. Throws it out on the flat. It's complete to Hugon. Hugon inside the 30, down the sideline, quickly to the 20, 15, 10, and out of bounds. Let's see where they mark him out at the, stepped out at the 12.
I will say this, though. He got to the corner fast.
He did.
He made it out there, and once he hit that corner, he was up the field.
Hugon was Hugo once he got that sideline. And they're going to say outside, out of bounds at the 12-yard line, so it'll be first down from the 12. Borah trying to regain the lead. They're down to Boise, 14-10 here, first period. Brown going to keep it on the quarterback. Got a hole right side, and there's a flag down. He's in the end zone for an apparent touchdown. But again, that flag is suspect in holding territory.
Yep, some of the Borah players coming to the sideline. Oh, nope, wait, they've been told get back out there, so they know it's coming back.
Boy, that was a great big hole for Hayden Brown, the quarterback, over the right side. 27 seconds to go here in the first period.
I don't know what's worse as a player at that point. Celebrating and carrying on for 2 minutes, chop block. Celebrating for 2 minutes and carrying on only to find out there was a penalty or the penalty itself.
Well, you had a first down at the 12, and now because it's a spot foul, you got a first down back at the 28-yard line.
So Borah, while they march down the field, they are struggling to try to get it back into the red zone.
So that basically a 16-yard penalty, and they've got to get all the way down to the 2-yard line for a first down. They're at the 28. So first down and 26. Brown, and here's flags.
And that's probably going to be a procedure penalty on the Lions.
Yep, this one was a procedure. That's going to back them up. So now you're looking at first down 32. What a change from first down from the 12, huh?
Yeah, you got a long ways to go. Look how far up the field those yard markers are. They were a long way
Yeah,
up the
they're
field.
like they're in another game.
The guys running them, holding them, is like, hello, we're down here.
I think they're going to let the clock run out. We'll take a 1 minute break. We're at the end of the first quarter, and our score, surprisingly, after a 10-0 lead by Borah, it's the Boise Braves who lead the Borah Lions 14-10 in our Jackson's Food Store High School Game of the Week. We'll be back to Donald Larson Park in 60 seconds on Sports Radio 630 The Fan.
Station for Treasure Valley High School football is Sports Radio 630.
Welcome back to Donald Larson Park on a beautiful Friday night here in the Treasure Valley. Wayne Dusubak along with Dave Burnett. We've got the Borah Lions faced with a first down and 32. Brown back to pass, looking to his left, throws underneath, almost intercepted by Beaterly. He had his hands on it and then caught it again and then dropped it. It would have been intercepted and it would have been a great turnover for the Boise Braves, who really have come back from a 10-0 deficit to have a 14-10 lead.
And they're looking really good, really confident out there.
And we had another flag while I was talking. Maybe not.
Nope, they just
No,
marked the ball.
They just
back.
marked it wrong. Okay. They had marked it 5 yards wrong, so they brought it back to the original line of scrimmage.
So it's second and 30.
Yep. Here we go. Ball at the 34-yard line. Borah Lions looking for some magic here. Jake Paulin goes wide to the left now. Got 5 receivers in the pattern. Back to pass is Brown over the middle for Jace Forey. Overthrows him. Nice coverage by Sprague. Forey looking for pass interference, but I think it was just great coverage by Sprague.
Yeah, you got a lucky call here a while back. Don't look for two.
So third down and 32 for the Borah Lions. There's not many third down and 32 plays in the book, is there?
Borah crowd trying to cheer their team on right now.
Mason Haley wide to the left and new in the game. Back to pass, screen play, over the middle, almost intercepted and dropped. Again, that is Beaterly coming up there and doing a great job. And now he knew he can't, ran right over a Borah player, and he went right to that Borah player. And that's Jace Forey down, who's hurt. And Beaterly, to his credit, came right up to him and said, "Are you okay? Are you okay?"
Yeah, you know, it was unintentional. He was just, you know what, I'm going after the play, and ran right over him.
Yep, Beaterly was going for it, ran over him, and Jace Forey is down on the ground. They've got his helmet off, and that would be a big loss for the Borah Lions if he can't come back into this game. And I say that because sometimes if you get a knee to the head like that, anymore in these days, they're going to, you know, check it out. And if you've got a head problem, you're probably not coming back in this game.
Yeah, having a hard time seeing exactly what they're looking at. They're just trying to, you know, ask him what day of the week it is, or they're not looking at his lower extremities, so it doesn't look like a knee or an ankle.
Well, don't forget, at the end of each game, 6:30 The Fan will name a Jackson's Food Store Most Valuable Player for each team. And Jackson's Food Store, they will donate $100 to the athletic department of each player's school. 6:30 The Fan and Jackson's Food Store is supporting high school sports right here in the Treasure Valley.
Looking at the close-up on the video at 630thefan.com, they're kind of giving him the quiz right now. It's like, what school do you go to? What's your mom's name? What color's the team's, you know, team color? They're asking him the questions here, so that probably took a little knock to the head.
Well, and really, a lot of times, you know, people will come in and you'll get a knee to the head, and that is the worst thing in the world. Jace Forey's going to get up after they talk to him for a little bit. Obviously, still a little bit woozy from that hit. But like I say, you know, if we're just kind of, he lost his breath or something like that, he'd be out for a couple plays and probably back in. With the head, they're going to watch him for a little while.
Yeah, he had a headband, and they slowly took it off, and you could just see he's kind of like, whoa, where am I? Okay, so but he's walking off on his own power, basically, so that's a good
It's
sign.
Obviously he got hit in the head, which is, not what you want to see, and hopefully it's going to be okay, but they're going to sit down and just kind of watch him for a little while, make sure that he is okay.
Yeah, that would be a big loss for both linebacking, running back position, the senior, 6'1", 200 pounds.
Well, Keegan Lester now in there for Forey. On a fourth down, they're going to go for it because they've got to. And is going to be sacked all the way back at the 43-yard line. How about that? And what a great sack that time by Stefan Muroff.
Yeah, Stefan, no fooling around. He came right slicing in there, got by his man, kind of that lifted his arm up over and got around him and got the tackle.
So I'm not sure why they didn't punt, but they decided to go for it, figuring, well, even if we pick up 15, it's as good as a punt. Because last time they punted, it went for 9 yards.
Yep, and if nothing else, throw that ball away.
But now all of a sudden, here comes the Boise Braves with a 14-10 lead and the ball at their own 41-yard line. So they've got good field position. And again, Cal Gustafson in there at quarterback. He's the senior. Klinge at running back. Officials holding up play. Now they say, let's go. Let's get it going. 11:39 to go here in the first half. Gustafson hands it off to Klinge, right side. He cuts it up. Nice run out to the 47-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 6 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 4.
Nice run around that right end as he had a little bit of space, made that corner quickly. Klinge doing very well right now and working his way toward that Jackson's player of the game in my book.
2nd down and 4. Again, Klinge, this time coming to the near side. And caught from behind, fumbles the football, and it's still up for grabs. I think Boise's got it back, but all the way back at the 41-yard line, their own 41-yard line. That's going to be a loss of about 8 yards.
Yeah, he got hit real hard as he tried to make the corner. Wasn't able to quite get there and got hit real hard that time. It was number 15, Hayden McCarney, I think, that made that hit and juggled the ball loose.
Oliver Munch slipping off a little bit, looking like he's running a little better now, but he's trying to get off the field because he twisted an ankle or something. So Oliver Munch, who caught that touchdown pass and had that great run back, is out of there for now, and coming in is Ramon Booker. And they're looking at Munch and checking out his ankle.
Ooh, Gimpy, not too bad.
3rd down and 8 now after the loss of 7 yards. Back to pass. Gustafson, here comes the rush. Over the middle, it's complete. That's going to be a 1st down to the 39-yard line. Wow, nice reception that time by William Berkey.
I think the Boise Braves at this point have a bit of confidence building, and the Borah Lions kind of going, what's going on here?
Berkey just kind of came free over the middle, and he's a big old slot receiver right now. You got 3 wide receivers to the far side. Hand off to Klinge up the middle. Klinge is going to be hit by 2 Borah players and pushed back.
Yeah, it was a nice defense that time, just kind of plugging up the middle, really no gain on that play.
Mark Jerome hit him first at the line of scrimmage. Gain of 1. 2nd down and 9. Clock continues to run. 9:50 to go here in the first half. 14-10. Boise leads Borah. Borah undefeated at 2-0. They have not started 3-0 since 1997. Gustafson back to pass, throws. It's complete behind the line of scrimmage. And a catch is made there by Noah Latimer, but he had nowhere to go after he made the catch, and he is dropped for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down and 12.
Yeah, Chris Saller came up from that outside position and just dropped him. Saw that one coming all the way. Everyone looking to the sideline again for the play to be called in. Very different than it used to be even 4 or 5 years ago, with everyone looking to the sideline.
Yeah, nobody ever huddles anymore. I think they can just get rid of the word huddle.
Very few teams do.
Gustafson back to pass. Has pressure, rolls to his right, now throws underneath the coverage. Down near the 1st down. Is it caught? Yes, it's caught, and it's right near a 1st down. I think he's got the 1st down. The Boise Braves, and that's Munch.
Huge play that time as he was under pressure, kind of running for his life, able to come up with the pass and make the completion. And are they going to measure it or are they going to move him?
Well, it looks like Munch is talking to him saying, I think I got that, but they're going to mark it a foot short. So it's going to be 4th down and a foot from the 30-yard line. Quarterback keeper Gustafson, second effort is going to get it. He didn't have it on the first effort, but he got it on the second effort.
Yeah, big surge from the Borah line right there and kind of backed him up a little bit. Oops,
now late flag, yep.
Somebody hitting in the pile late there. But, yeah, he kind of made that little turn around to the left side of the hind end of the center and got the extra yardage.
That's going to be a big call. I mean, it was after the play. It was a dead ball foul. But if you're Boise, you need all the yardage you can get.
Typically, on a late play like that, it's a defense that kind of overreacts.
Yeah, you would think so, especially after, and it is. It's going to move the ball all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Wow.
Matter of fact, it's going to give them a 1st and goal to go, guys. Nope, they're going to put it at the 14. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong official.
630thefan.com is where streaming is at, by the way. If you happen to be out and about on your smartphone, you can stream it on your smartphone as well.
So Boise leading at 14-10 has a 1st down at the Borah 14-yard line. 1st and 10 for Cal Gustafson. And Biederlich now is the running back for the Boise Braves. Borah has owned this game the last 2 years, but not tonight, not so far. Into the end zone, not there. A lot of contact in the end zone, but that pass pretty much uncatchable. That was intended there for Ramon Booker. Check that. That was Munch that it was intended for. He's been the go-to guy tonight. He's caught 1 touchdown pass.
Yep.
Just caught that pass a moment ago that pretty much gave him the 1st down.
Yeah, I got the 2 players I got my eye on right now for the Boise side for that Jackson's player of the game. Munch would be one of those.
Handoff. Keeper, Gustafson. Faked it to Klinge, kept it up the middle, goes to about the 10-yard line. So going to be 3rd down here in about 7.
So a big play here for the Boise Braves.
Checked a little while ago, down to about 84 degrees.
Still feels like 100 in the booth here.
I know. We just got to suck it up, Dave.
I know. It's tough.
This will be good for us. This will be good for us. Teach us a lesson, a valuable lesson. All right, Gustafson. Rolling to his left, cuts it up the middle. Great defense by Borah. They knew that play was coming. No gain, so it's going to be 4th down and 7. Matter of fact, a loss of about a yard.
Yeah, he had a little bit of a difficult time handling that snap as it hit him right in the belly. Mark Jerome coming and making the tackle for the Lions.
See if Biederlich comes on to kick the field goal attempt. Looks like he's out there. See where they set it down. They're going to mark it down at about the 19-yard line. So he's got plenty of leg. It'll be a 29-yard field goal attempt from the far hash mark. Trying to give his team a touchdown lead. They're up 14-10 from 29 yards away. Josu Biederlich. Kick is up, has enough leg, and it is right through the middle. So the Boise Braves score again. We'll take a 30-second timeout. 7:14 to play here in the first half. And the Boise Braves, once down 10-0, have scored 17 unanswered and lead the Borah Lions 17-10 on the Jackson's Food Store High School Game of the Week here on Sports Radio 630 The Fan. Well, we've got a good one here at Donald Larson Park. The sun has now gone down. The temperature's gone down. The lights are taking effect as the shadows start to hit the field now from those lights. 7:14 to go first half. And the Boise Braves lead the Borah Lions 17-10 after Borah jumped to a 10-0 lead. Boise has climbed right back in this thing.
Busy tweeting out here, by the way, 630 The Fan. If you want to follow us on Twitter, hashtag HSFan.
Well, with Jason Forey hurt, a little bit of a head injury looking at him, Mason Haley takes his place on the return team along with Hugon. So here we go. Boise getting ready to kick off from the 40-yard line. Foot is into it. It's a big booming kick, and it's going to be Haley at the 3-yard line. Fighting his way to the 10, looking for some blockers. He's at the 20, 25, 30, 35-yard line, and did a good job.
Yeah,
out to the 37.
He didn't set any speed records on that. He just kind of waited for that line to, for the wing to form there. Oliver Munch, by the way, making the tackle on the play.
So a 34-yard return by Mason Haley, and here come the Borah Lions now, down by a touchdown, 17-10, 7:06 to go here in the first half from Donald Larson Park. In at running back is Keegan Lester for Borah. Again, Jace Forey got kneed in the head, and he's on the sidelines, and they're just kind of making sure about him.
They're kind of curious as to whether he comes back or not.
I don't know. He's sitting right there on the bench. He's holding on to his helmet, looking at it like it's, a toy or something.
They haven't taken it from him.
No, they haven't. That's true. They haven't taken the helmet away from him. So hopefully he'll come back in. Hand off to Lester. Lester corralled, but he somehow gets across the 40 out to the 41-yard line. So a nice job of getting 3 when there seemed to be nothing there.
Yeah, Jacob Sprague winding up making the tackle. He had a couple of guys had a shot at him, but just didn't finish the play.
See a couple of young students in gowns tonight, and I forgot it's homecoming.
Yep.
Homecoming for the Borah Lions. All the ladies all dressed up. Brown running it up the middle, and he had a head of steam, and all of a sudden he was drugged down from behind. He didn't even know that he had a guy back there, and they brought him down.
Yeah, it was big number 72, Luke Nemick, and he's just a sophomore again on this Boise squad, 120 pounds, 6'2".
So 3rd down and 5 for Borah. Borah wants to keep the ball, and again, Boise almost jumps offside. Wow. That would have been their 5th offside penalty.
And he wasn't a hard count. He was turning to look at the coach.
They're just anxious to get going. They're playing a little too up the middle. Brown's going to be shy by a yard. All right, do you really roll the dice here in a 7-point ball game with 6 minutes to go in the first half?
And you're at midfield.
On a 4th down and 1?
Boy, I don't know. Luke Nemick making that tackle again.
They gave him a first down? No.
Oh, they did? That was very generous mark by the officials.
It was. I didn't see that at all. They gave him a first down. I'll have to pay more attention. It's at the 49-yard line. Brown passes. It's complete to Haley, and Haley is wrestled down, but at the 42-yard line.
That'd be a 2-point takedown for Boise.
Mason Haley, a junior, only a 147-pounder.
He really was wrestled down, though. They had a couple guys. They kind of tussled and told and pulled him down to the mat.
Got it to the 42. Pickup of 11. First down for Borah. Boise with a 7-point lead here. Brown back to pass, under pressure, throws it. He's got a man wide open over the middle, and that's Bartnook. And Bartnook is taken out of bounds at the 30-yard line.
Had a couple nice spin moves there on the sideline as he spun around.
That's another first down, pickup of 12.
I was surprised when I found out this week that Ricky Chongachu, former Boise State Bronco, played in the NFL for just a short bit, one of the assistant coaches at Boise High School.
Tell you what, a lot of these former Broncos really like to help out best they can. Brown, hands off, up the middle. Lester has another first down or close to it near the 20-yard line. He's going to have a first down at the 19 is where they'll mark it. So all of a sudden, the Borah Lions on offense have come to life, and they are moving this football at will. 4 first downs in a row on this series. Now at the 19-yard line, Lester again breaks through. He's at the 15, the 10, down to the 12-yard line, the 8-yard line rather, and that's going to be another Borah first down. So they are ripping off runs of about 10, 11, 12 yards each time.
Yeah, this was the Borah team we saw right at the start of the game, and somewhere they have found themselves and they're back at it again now.
I figured they got down 17-10 and it caught their attention. Coming up on 5 to go here in the first half. Brown keeps it up the middle. He's down to the end zone. Nobody's going to stop him. Touchdown, an 8-yard run by Hayden Brown, a quarterback, just a quarterback keeper. And we're a point away from being tied up here at Donald Larson Park. Now that was pretty impressive.
That was. He just kind of all on his own. He just decided he was going to take that one in and no one was going to stop him, and they did.
Well, they had 4 plays in a row where they got first down. So they got more than 10 yards on 4 plays in a row. The extra point attempt is up and good. We'll take a 30-second break. 4:54 to go in the first half here at Donald Larson Park. Beautiful night, and we got a good game going here. Our Jackson's Food Stores Game of the Week, Borah 17, Boise 17 on Sports Radio 630 The Fan. Wayne DeZubak, Dave Burnett with you here at Donald Larson Park, downtown Boise. And it's Borah and Boise. A rivalry dating back to 1958, and they are tied 17 all with 4:54 to go here in the first half. Borah getting ready to kick it off. Bartnuck will kick it off for the Borah Lions. This time he kicks it deep, right down the middle, and it's going to go into the end zone and out of the end zone. And it's Noah Latimer just kind of watching it roll out of there. And so Boise will take over at their 20-yard line.
So they got, 4 minutes and 54 seconds to try to march up the field, put some points on the board to go in at the halftime with the lead, which I think for Boise High they'd be very happy with the way things started out. You know, I have to think, too, a lot of times teams come in, they don't say it out loud, but they think the outcome's going to be a little different than it is, and I think Borah may be a bit surprised right now.
I agree with you. Borah, especially the way it started, Boise fumbled on its first offensive play. Borah scored 3 plays later, and 33 seconds into the game, they're up 7-0. Gustafson, the quarterback for Boise, keeps it up the middle to the 22-yard line, 2nd down and 8. And they got to it. Borah did a 10-0 lead, Dave, and then all of a sudden, here comes Boise, 17 unanswered points before Borah was able to get back on the scoreboard in the end zone and tie it up at 17 all. That's where we stand.
Borah continues with that 3-man down front on defense.
Gustafson in the shotgun at quarterback. William McMullen started. Gustafson took over for him, and he's led him to all the points. Rolling to his right, running for his life, runs out of bounds. He's going to be about 5 yards shy of a first down, maybe 6 yards shy, so it'll be 2nd down, or 3rd down, rather. I'm sorry.
Ran into friendly territory into the Boise bench in there, so it's not like running into the opposing bench. That was never fun to do.
Nope.
Going in there.
I don't know, though. I kind of liked it sometimes.
Did you? I never liked it.
Yeah, they told you how much they liked you.
Sure.
What they thought of you.
Pushed you back out to get at it.
Yep. 3rd down and 6. Big player for Boise. They don't want to turn it right back to the Borah Lions. Gustafson getting pressure. Steps it up the middle. Fumbles the football. It's on the turf. They're fighting for it. Let's see who gets it. It's going to be shy of a first down if Boise recovered. And if Borah recovered, they're going to have great field position at the 29-yard line.
I think the Braves did recover that ball. We're still looking, but
no signal yet, but it looks like from body language that Boise got back on it. And the thing of it is the ball bounced forward, so it was very close to first down territory for Boise.
Yeah, not the kind of play you really want to gain yardage on, but for the Braves it worked out.
All right, they're going to go for it on 4th and 1. Inside their own 30-yard line. They're at the 29-yard line. They're going for it. They're 1-1 on the year. They're going, we got nothing to lose.
Gutsy play.
Let's see. Gustafson last time took it on the quarterback keeper. Let's see if he's just going to try to draw him offside.
Change of play.
Yep. He's looking over the sidelines. They may punt it away. You know, 17-17, I don't take a chance here. I really don't.
No, I would punt the ball away.
They're running the clock down. They may take a timeout and run as much clock off as they can and then go ahead and kick it.
Yep.
So that's what they did. We'll keep it here. They call a timeout. Boise does. They weren't thinking about running it. But you know what? You got to stay on your toes.
Yep, that was some good coaching, and the players, some good playing there. They thought, you know what, let's just run that clock down, and now we'll go ahead and punt the ball and get them back there and use up some clock. So that was some real good coaching there by the Boise Braves that time.
They got it down to 3:49. Of course, you're listening to the Jackson's Food Store High School Game of the Week. Borah and Boise tied at 17 all with 3:49 to go here in the first half. Our game tonight brought to you in part by Mountain West Bank, the home of totally free checking and free online banking. By Steve's Hometown Toyota, worth the short drive to Ontario to save big money. Go wireless, now get 50% more data. By Boise Muffler. Let Boise Muffler Shop help simplify your day. By Foot and Ankle Medical Center with locations in Napa, Fruitland, Mountain Home, and Emmett. Double R Ranch, Northwest Beef, hand-selected quality and unsurpassed flavor. By the Battery Exchange with 3 locations, Boise, Meridian, and Caldwell. And by Pioneer Federal Credit Union, moving your money forward. Don't forget, at the end of the game, we'll have players of the game. Each school will receive $100, courtesy Jackson's Food Store, and we'll also have your Pioneer Federal Credit moving your money forward play of the game. Nice kick, end over end. Going to be taken at the 32-yard line. Fair catch called for. I didn't see it, but apparently Mason Haley did call for it.
Yep, he did. And so Borah takes over with 3:41 left to go. I think Boise played that perfectly. They didn't move the ball, ran the clock down, got a decent kick out of it. Now it's up to the defense to stop them, so they go in tied up at the half. And actually, with 3:41 left to go, you could get them 3 and out.
Well, the way Borah looked on offense the last time, remember Jace Forey's still sitting on the bench.
Yep.
Over talking to him. I don't know if that's his dad that came down and his mom. They're kind of looking at his head. So mom and dad, and I think maybe sister. I'm just guessing now, folks. Over there looking at him, sitting on the bench, talking to him to see how he's doing. It's always a scary moment. You always want to make sure he's okay and talking okay. But here we go. Hayden Brown, a quarterback. His team has it at the 31-yard line. Pass it out. It's complete to Bartneck. Bartneck trying to make a spin to the outside. Gets maybe 2 yards. Ryan Bartneck, 6'1", 200-pounder. He's listed as a quarterback, tight end, linebacker, and a kicker.
I like that.
He can do it all.
Water boy.
Yep, he's there. Brown, back to pass, has time over the middle, incomplete, intercepted. The Boise Braves, no, they dropped it. For a minute, it looked like Trey Jones had it in his hands, and he dropped it at the last second.
It was that classic did not make a football move with it, so it was not an interception, but he had it in his hands for just a moment.
Wow, it was tipped. Trey Jones had it, and boy, would he love to have that back again.
Yeah, that's the kind you're gonna see in your dreams tonight.
That had been a big turnover get for the Boise Braves. All right, 3rd down and 8 now. Lester in at running back. Brown back to pass, throws underneath the coverage to Haley. Haley gets it across the 40 to the 42-yard line. That's going to be really close to first down, depending on where they mark his forward progress.
Yeah, he was fighting hard to try to get that first down, but just not able to do it. Wrapped up pretty well.
Yep, he's going to be about a yard shy. It's going to be 4th down, and so now it's time to kind of roll the dice here for Borah, I think, huh?
Yeah, I'm 2:48, so you know what? Boise has a chance to get this ball back if they play good ball.
Let's see what they do. Are they saying
Nope,
first down?
They did get it.
Nope, they did give him the first down.
That was weird. They took forever to do it and then finally moved it.
Okay, so we don't have to worry about the intrigue. Officials made it look like it was about a yard shy. Brown back to pass, pump fake, now rolls to his right, gets pressure, gets down the sidelines and pushed out of bounds.
Now I wonder when the day is coming when they measure the first downs and the balls with lasers.
Yeah?
You know that day is coming. They now are experimenting, I know, with like triple jump of measuring the jumps with lasers.
Really?
Yep.
Well, I can see that, though. That's something, to make sure that you get it right down to the 1/100th of an inch.
Yep.
Back to pass. Ball tipped in the air again. Up in the air still. Intercepted. Intercepted by the Boise Braves. That was tipped twice, and it's Biederlied who comes up with it. Josu Biederlied comes up with the interception, and the Boise Braves have it.
I didn't see who it was. It might have been Alexander Lactos who he made that second tip as kind of a volleyball tip up for the spike as it hit to him, and he thought, you know what, I'm just going to hit it in the air, and he tossed it up in the air for the actual interception. Nice play.
Wow, so with 2:27 to go now, it's Boise back on the offense at their 42-yard line.
If that wasn't his intention, he should tell the coach it was.
Klinge, right side, cuts it up. Has some running room, tripped up at the just shy of the 50-yard line. That'll be down at the 48-yard line. Pickup of about 5, maybe 6. Boise taking its time. 17-17 is our score. Coming up on 2 minutes to play in the first half down at Larson Park. Our Jackson's Food Store High School Game of the Week has been that and anything more. so far tonight. Back to pass, Gustafson, pressure, so he pulls it, and he's going to run up the middle, and he's going to be about a yard shy of the first down as he gets it just across midfield, and a late flag comes in.
Yep, and again, that's never a good sign for the defense.
So Gustafson got it across midfield. The flag came down late, and you got to think maybe he got face mask or something. Personal foul. And it didn't say what it was, just a personal foul against the Borah Lions, which is going to give Boise another 15 yards.
Yeah, based on body language, it was something that was committed against Valentino Daltuso. He's that big lineman, number 77, 6'5", 290 pounds. He got up off that pile, and you could tell by his body language, whatever happened, it happened to him. He wasn't real happy about that.
They move the ball all the way down to the Borah 34-yard line. That's where Boise will have a tie ball game. 1:42 to go. First half, 17-17, Borah and Boise. Gustafson for the Braves. Hands it off up the middle. Big hole, Beaterlead inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Nice run right up the middle there, picking up a little bit of additional yardage, but that clock is moving. You're down to a minute 24 now. You can't take a lot of running plays there.
Second down. Gustafson back, has pressure, rolling to his right, and he's going to go out of bounds, and there's a flag down. It's a late flag, but I think you had holding in the backfield. I saw it, but the flag took forever to come out.
Well, sometimes it's hard to dig that yellow hanky out.
Can't find it, huh?
Yep, can't find it, and there, whoop, 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 there, now I'll throw it.
Well, the play was supposed to be quicker. It is going to be holding against Boise to back it up. Play was supposed to unfold quicker than that, and Gustafson realized something was wrong and started rolling to his right. Clock is at 1:10. They're going to move the ball back to the 45-yard line. So the Boise Braves back at the Borah 45. It's going to be second down and 20.
Borah marching band getting ready to go out for halftime entertainment.
Yep, again, homecoming here for the Borah Lions. Little pass out in the flat. It's complete to Klinge, and Klinge's got it back outside the inside the 45 down to about the 43-yard line of Borah.
Nice tackle that time. One of the people in there, that's Marco Cazares, coming up with the tackle and assist.
Neither team really wanting to stop the clock. 17-17. Neither team wanting to make a mistake here. Gustafson back to pass. Has time. Throwing deep. Has a man open. Caught! And out of bounds at the 3-yard line. What a catch by Noah Latimer.
Yeah, that one totally fooling the camera as well. As he was wide open by himself down there by the end zone.
He was wide open. The throw was just a tad long, and Latimer made a great catch and could not quite keep himself in bounds. So it's going to be first and goal to go from the 6-yard line is where they say he went out.
With 30 seconds left to go in the half.
Now, you've got plenty of time. You've got a timeout, at least a timeout, and it looks like Borah is going to use a timeout right here.
Yeah.
So let's take a 30-second timeout ourselves. 30 seconds to play in the first half of this one. Tied at 17. When we come back, it'll be first and goal to go for the Boise Braves on Sports Radio 630 The Fan. Our Jackson's Food Store High School Game of the Week. Boise and Borah has been all that and more here in the first half. 17-17. 30 seconds to go in the first half, and the Boise Braves with a first and goal to go from the 6-yard line to try to take the lead into intermission. Remember, they got Beaterlead who can kick the field goal, so they want to be careful of the clock, be careful of turnovers, don't do anything crazy. Hand it off. Nope, that's Gustafson. He's going to go in the end zone, looking in the end zone, now the back of the end zone, and knocked away at the last second. Gustafson had a couple of guys he could have gone to, and he just made a decision a little bit too late.
Yeah, he did. He took his time. I think he thought about running it 2 or 3 seconds too long.
Yep. He was not wanting to do anything bad, because the worst you could do is get an intercepted. So what the coach is telling him, hey, if you don't find anybody open, throw it downtown.
Yep.
Just throw it out of the end zone.
Tough to do. Tough to teach a young kid that you can throw the ball away.
Yep. All right, Beaterly comes in now at running back. He's a strong kid. Rolling to his right, gets a block. They pass it underneath the coverage and in for the touchdown. The Boise Braves going underneath the coverage, and it's a touchdown. And a touchdown reception that time by William Berkey.
Well, that is not what the Borah Lions wanted to have happen with 18 seconds left to go in this game, and that is to let Boise score some points on you.
Wow, William Berkey just came out from the slot position right at the goal line, caught it, just turned it up into the end zone. The extra point attempt is up, and it is good. And we'll keep it here with 18 seconds to go here in the first half. And I'll tell you what, the Borah Lions today jumped to a 10-0 lead. And for all intents and purposes, I'm sitting here thinking, you know what? This is going to be a long night in the broadcast booth. And all of a sudden, they came back with 17 unanswered points. And now it's a 24-17 ball game as we have 18 seconds left to go.
Yeah, I think it's one of those cases that Borah had great confidence. They came out. They got Boise knocked back on their heels. Boise wound up taking that freshman quarterback out, put the senior in, the senior kicker slash tight end slash linebacker slash water boy.
Beaterly.
He moved the ball down the field, and he got Boise back in the game, and now they should go into the half leading.
All righty, let's see what they do here. Boise Braves going to kick it off to the Borah Lions, and obviously you just want to do one of those squib kicks and try to make sure nobody comes up with a long return. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm surprised.
Yeah, I am too, and like I said before, it's one of those things that teams don't say out loud, but they think they know how the game's going to go, and I think Borah are very surprised what they're seeing tonight.
Well, we did this game basically because of the rivalry and the long tradition, and this time it's just a regular kickoff, high kickoff, going to come down at about the 12-yard line, taken there by Hugo, and Hugon is up to the right side, breaks a tackle. Look out, he's got some blockers. Oh, he just needed one more block, and he could have been still running right now, but he got it out to the 37-yard line.
Well, they got 8 seconds left to go in this half to come up with some sort of a play, or maybe they'll just take it to the locker room and try to regroup.
Chris Hugon, nice return there. But, boy, he was so close to breaking that contain. Let's see what Borah does. 8 seconds to go, down 24-17. And let's see if they decide to go for a Hail Mary or if they just try to keep it and run out the clock, and they'll get it in the first half. Back to pass. Brown, he's being chased. You better be careful. Now he gets away. He's got some running room. Now he lets it fly. It's complete at midfield. Nice play. That was complete that time to Mason Haley down to the 48-yard line. Good for a first down, and time has run out. So that's going to do it. That would be the last play of the first half. And I'll tell you what, a little surprise for me here. Not a surprise that Borah jumped to a 10-0 lead, but that at halftime, the Boise Braves have a 24-17 lead over the Borah Lions. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. We'll be back with halftime here at your Jackson's Food Store High School Game of the Week on Sports Radio 630 The Fan. Down at Larson Park, Wayne DeZubak, Dave Burnett with you here. And we've got Boise leading Borah 24-17 in our Jackson's Food Store High School Game of the Week. And as Joe Kenda would say, a Colorado cop that retired and solved all these murders, he looks at the defendant and goes, my. Yeah. We've got you now. 24-17, a little bit of a surprise to me.
Yeah, we always, as we try to pick these games, think, now, this is, got some rivalry, history, tradition. Were there better games out there to be doing? Is the Mountain View Capital game, would that be a better game to be doing? Which, by the way, at the half, it's Mountain View leading 31-12 over Capital. Mountain View has proven they're the real deal.
They are the real deal.
But you know what? This has turned out to be a very pleasant surprise in the first half, in that we have a very competitive game. And for us, as we do the Jackson's High School Game of the Week, competitive is the key word for us.
Well, what we've seen, we talked to both coaches before the game, and Bob Clark liked the way his defense was playing. And we can see a couple of takeaways here tonight. Defense been playing pretty good, doing a good job. I mean, they were put really to the test early about the only thing the defense did, 4 offside penalties. I don't think I've seen that in a high school game in forever.
No, and that's, last week we saw 5 turnovers on the part of Rocky. This time 4 defensive line offsides. We've seen something different every week that we've never seen before. Not always good.
Well, and, I tell you, it was kind of interesting. I don't know, if this was planned or not, but, Willem McMullen, who started at quarterback, just a sophomore for Boise tonight, after the second series, he fumbled the first series, led to a Borah touchdown. 3 plays later, 7-0. And then he came up with 3 and out, but his third pass was just kind of dropped. It would have been a first down. I wonder what would have happened had that pass been caught. First down was made.
Yep.
Would McMullen had stayed in the game? Because all of a sudden Cal Gustafson came in at quarterback for the Boise Braves, and the rest is history. He's led them to 24 points.
But he's done a great job, and that's sometimes – maybe there's less pressure. I never played quarterback. I never played a skilled position. I wasn't that skilled. But maybe there's no pressure. You're coming off the bench. What do you got to lose? And he has marched him down the field.
See, he's my choice right now for a player of the game, and I'll tell you why. Because he came into the game at 10-0. And like you said, whether there's no pressure or a lot of pressure on you, he was down 10-0. His team was. And he just got the job done. Didn't do anything bad. He's thrown 2 touchdown passes. So I'm thinking he's looking pretty good here in the first half.
Yeah, I would have to say, as we look at the Boise lineup, I think Munch is also a candidate.
Yeah, Munch had that great return. He caught one of the 2 touchdown passes.
Yep, who's in there, and then Klingy would be the third person I'd look at. Those are the 3 at this point in the contentions for that Jackson Player of the Game for $100 now.
Beaterlead has played well for Boise, too. He has an interception on that tip. He's kicked extra points, kicked a couple of field goals. I mean, he's had a pretty good game. So there's a lot of guys on Boise's team that are playing well. Really, for the Borah Lions, they've got 17 points, but I'm not so sure that any one particular player has stood out.
Before he got hurt, Jace Forey was having a real good game.
Yeah, he was having a good game.
And looks like he probably took a knee to the head as he's been sitting on the sideline waiting to get back in action. So, he was having a good game, but has struggled since then. So, yeah, Borah, somebody's got to step forward. Somebody's got to make the big play and step forward for Borah at this point. So far, haven't seen it happen.
All right, let's talk about the big move of the week at 6:30 The Fan. Colin Cowherd on the air at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, Dave.
Yep, he was let go from ESPN. His contract ended. They did not renew it and let go. And a lot of people speculating, wondering what was going to happen to him. He wound up going to Fox Sports, doing some TV stuff with Fox, with their NFL, and also with a radio show. And got a lot of emails, phone calls, people saying, could you please pick up Colin Cowherd? Could you please pick him up? And so we had the opportunity, and we did that, putting him in place. Now, it is delayed because Jay Moore, Dan Patrick, Rich Eisen all have locks on their deal. And so we do take it, and it airs at noon Eastern time. We air it at 4 o'clock our time. But nonetheless, content good, and I really like Colin. He not only looks at sports, he looks at some of the other things in life as well. And maybe I kind of have a mentality similar to his. I know I really like him.
You mentioned the lineup. You kind of talked about it, but we start the day with Dan Patrick.
Yep.
What a great show that is. And then head into Rich Eisen.
Yep, an expert on the NFL.
And the guests they have are unbelievable. Jay Moore, he just cracks me up. He brings you a whole different sports talk, if you will.
Yep, it is a lot of humor-based, a lot of self-deprecating humor, and is always a lot of fun.
I mean, I love it when he starts pretending he's somebody else, and does his imitations and things like
Which
that.
are pretty
It's
good.
funny.
His impersonations are pretty
He
good.
does a good job with that. And then, of course, you got Colin Cowherd now that comes on the air, and then JT the Brick after that.
Yep.
And of course, you intermix that with NFL games we have. We have the Idaho Vandals. Vandals, again, tomorrow will be on air. They're taking on number 8 USC.
Who?
Yeah, I know. Poor Vandals. Sometimes I know that they're good paydays, but
Yeah, I mean, you have to look at those the games. I mean, later in the season, they play Auburn.
Yeah, they got some tough games this year.
And that's not in the Kibbe Dome, by the way.
No. Any rate, bottom line is, so they're on 6:30 The Fan.
5 o'clock tomorrow.
Yep, so that's coming up here. And we've got NASCAR.
Yep, which, by the way, does race tomorrow at 4:30. So we're going to flip that over to 580 KIDO, our sister station. That way we keep the Vandals on the Fan, and NASCAR will be over on KIDO.
What's NASCAR doing racing on a Saturday? Don't they know they're a Sunday sport?
Well, I think they kind of backed out of that first NFL weekend.
Oh.
I think that's the whole purpose. They figured, you know what?
They got nervous by the NFL, huh?
Yeah, we'll go ahead and go up against college. They're 3-4 weeks into it. Let's not fight the NFL on the first week. So I think that's their mentality of staying out of that first week of the NFL.
So we got a great lineup for you. And don't forget, one show that I really have fun doing, I have fun doing with you, Dave, it's our Fanfare High School Extra. It's every Wednesday night at 5 o'clock, followed by This Week in the Mountain West Football. So it's a great hour. And, yeah, we do cut into Colin Cowherd for that one time, that 1 hour on a Wednesday night. But you know what? I learned more about high school athletes and sports and what's going on. And we had Dr. Rosie Main, who's been with us with Maine Health Solutions. She's talked to us about hydration, about injuries, about warming up, a lot of things that are kind of interesting. So if you haven't heard the show, make a point to check it out, 5 o'clock on Wednesday afternoons. Fun time.
I have to laugh. A helicopter started coming in. The crowd started getting exciting thing. Does Channel 7 still do that with their
Yeah,
flight?
they do, but, unfortunately, it was Life Flight,
The fans started going nuts and waving.
Hey, look, it's Shell. Oh, no, it's just Life Flight with a dead person.
It's like, whoops.
I don't know, Yeah, I don't know if they do that anymore because, still, when I was in TV, that used to drive me crazy. I'll give you a back. I mean, they would fly over like a Homedale or something, and they would show you one play for 10 seconds of highlights from Homedale, and all you see is little people out there on the field
little ants running
from
around.
3,000 feet, and you're going, that's a highlight, and that's your Friday night flight?
Yeah, they get people to woo-hoo the helicopter. In this case, it was Life Flight.
Well,
I don't think
we ought to take a 2-minute break before I get myself into more trouble. I can do that so easily, though.
Well, that's all right.
That's what old people do.
They don't know what kind of car you're driving.
Exactly, and don't you dare tell them.
Okay.
All right, we'll take a 2-minute break. We'll be back. We got a great game going here, our Jackson's Food Store High School Game of the Week. It's at halftime, Boise 24, undefeated Borah 17 on Sports Radio 630 The Fan.
Boise Muffler Shop location at 36th and Shindig. Boise Muffler Shop.
Jackson's Food Stores with one service station. Now Jackson's is more than 200 stores strong in 5 states, and they invite you to stop in to help celebrate their 40th anniversary. Jackson's takes pride in serving the Treasure Valley, not just with their great products, but also with their dedication to community, having raised millions for charity. In fact, Jackson's Food Store supports the 630 The Fan MVP Fund benefiting student athletes. Jackson's Food Stores, homegrown in the Treasure Valley.
Your station for Treasure Valley High School football is Sports Radio 630, The Fan.
Welcome back, everybody, to Donald Larson Park. Wayne Zuback along with Dave Burnett. Dave, I got to tell you a story here at halftime. It's homecoming, and I don't know why I thought about this, but it was my biggest feat as a young whippersnapper, single guy, looking for a date. I had just graduated high school. I was playing at a prep school. We had just finished our football season. Well, we had an off week, and I had a chance to come home to watch my high school play on homecoming. And I went up to the homecoming court, and said hi to the king. How you doing? I knew everybody, and said hi to the homecoming queen, and got talking to her. She didn't have a date.
Wow.
So I took her out.
Huh. The homecoming queen.
How do you get a date with the homecoming queen on homecoming night? Unless you're pretty good.
Did she have like a peg leg? Or what was the deal?
She was the homecoming queen. She was gorgeous.
Wow. How did that happen? She didn't have a date?
Dude, I was just so smooth.
Really?
I was Mr. Smooth. I was like a smoothie.
You were like 18 then.
Yeah, I was like 18 17. And smooth.
Wow.
Yeah, a year later I was married,
Not to her.
Not to her.
Yeah. Couldn't keep up with the peg leg.
No, I think you be quiet now. I don't know why I thought of that, but hey, let's talk a little bit about college football. I mean, we talked about the Vandals playing at USC and number 8, and that's going to be a tough day I think for Idaho, but big game tomorrow night, BYU and Boise State.
It is a big game, but, I think the truth is, and no offense to Eagle High School and their alumnus, but a redshirt freshman quarterback coming in to try to lead that team, I think you're going to see Coach Yates throw everything at him, and that kid's not going to know, and I'm talking about
you're talking to Tanner Mangum.
Tanner Mangum. He is not going to know what's hit him.
I don't know if everybody knew this, but a good friend of mine is Glenn Alford. He was the sports information director at Idaho State for many years, and now he's on my Facebook, and he still acts like he's the SID there. He's not, but he acts like it, and that's okay. Don't tell him he's not.
Yeah, he thinks he is.
I think they probably still tell Glenn that he is. Love Glenn. Always have. He's been a great guy.
Good man.
I met him for the first time in 1968.
Wow, I was in like second grade.
Yeah, isn't that wild? 1968. At any rate, he brought out the fact that last Saturday night, ESPN had their top 2 plays of the day. Number 1 was Tanner Mangum's Hail Mary to beat Nebraska.
Yep.
And number 2 was his brother, Madison Mangum, making a one-handed grab as Idaho State beat Black Hills State handily, but it was a great one-handed grab in the end zone. So Mangum and Tanner and Madison had the 1-2 on ESPN. How about that?
That was a big night for that family.
Oh, isn't that and the Madison family was in Pocatello watching the Black Hills game because they didn't think, really going to Nebraska that Tanner was going to get a chance to play, and then he comes out, becomes the big hero.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'll tell you this, though. You can say that about Yates bringing the house. But Tanner Mangum, few people know this, or if they do, it hasn't been spoken of too much. When Tanner Mangum went to the elite quarterback club, he was the MVP of that club, tied with one other, and that was Jamison Winston from Florida State. How about that?
Now, there's an interesting statistic you're not going to hear anywhere else. I don't think you will. I don't think anyone else knows that.
How do I know this stuff? I don't know. It's this little stuff that gets me.
Yeah, very lonely evenings.
You got that right. All right, we're going to take a 2-minute break. We'll be back with the second half here. Again, we got a good game going. Our Jackson's Food Store High School Game of the Week. And it's 24-17. Boise leading Borah here at Donald Larson Park on 630 The Fan.
When your car won't start in the morning before work, you panic. When you panic, you buy an expensive battery. When you buy an expensive battery for your car, you go to work and you throw things. When you throw things at work, your boss thinks you have anger issues and you get fired. When you get fired, your wife gets mad. When your wife gets mad, she tells you you're worthless. When she tells you you're worthless, she takes the kids and the poodle and moves in with her parents. When your wife moves in with her parents, you get upset. When you get upset, you get in your car with your new expensive battery and start driving very fast with tears in your eyes. When you drive fast with tears in your eyes, you can't see. When you can't see, you crash into a corner mini-mart. Don't crash your car into a corner mini-mart. Don't buy an expensive battery. Buy a less expensive battery from the Battery Exchange.
Hi, this is Aaron from the Battery Exchange. Let us save you from the disaster of buying an expensive battery. Come and visit us at our new store, now open on Overland Road in Boise, in Meridian, on Fairview, and in Caldwell on the Boulevard by D&B Supply. The Battery Exchange. All the power, half the price.
At Boise Muffler Shop, they know cars are always trying to tell us something. Low tire pressure, a light comes on. Same when you haven't checked the oil for a while. And of course, there's the dreaded check engine light. For more than 25 years, Treasure Valley drivers have trusted Rod at Boise Muffler to knock their lights out. Well, you know what I mean. Boise Muffler Shop on Fairview specializes in all types of exhaust systems, while basic auto repairs are the expertise of the Boise Muffler Shop location at 36th and Chinden. Boise Muffler Shop. They can simplify your day.
Is your family always on the go? Visit your nearest Albertsons Butcher Block and pick up a Double R Ranch Beef 101 guide to discover quick and easy beef recipes to keep your athletes full and healthy. Double R Ranch USDA Choice Northwest Beef is always available at Albertsons. Head over to the Butcher Block today and join Double R Ranch and Albertsons in their support of our local ranchers.
Your station for Treasure Valley High School football is Sports Radio 630, The Fan.
We are back here at Donald Larson Park. Wayne Dzubak, Dave Burnett, and I'm looking down on the field. And Jace Forey, they've taken his shoulder pads, his helmet away. He's still in uniform. He's got his, his football pants on. He's got his jersey on, but all the equipment is gone, so he's done for the night.
Yep, that is not a good sign for the young man after it looked like he probably took a knee to the head in a play earlier in the game.
They're just, this is a precautionary measure. They don't want to mess around. It's not worth a game, and that's what you got to see. By the way, our Jackson's Food Store High School Game of the Week. Jackson's Food Store with over 200 locations in the Northwest. There's always a Jackson's nearby. And at the end of each game, 6:30 The Fan will name a Jackson's Food Store most valuable player for each team. And Jackson's Food Stores will donate $100 to the athletic department of each player's school. 6:30 The Fan and Jackson's Food Store is supporting high school sports right here in the Treasure Valley.
Kind of waiting for a player to step up for Borah.
You know what? I'll tell you what. If they don't, if nobody does, and somebody may very well here in the second half, I'm going with Jace Forey.
Yeah, he had a great game until he was hurt and had to leave the game, and that could be a big difference in the momentum of this game going on right now.
Well, the nice thing about it, and that's what's so great about it, and we appreciate Jackson's Food Stores. It's not a lot of money, but it does really help in this day and age. $100, it's going to buy a couple of pair of shoes, it's going to buy a helmet, it's going to buy something that the kids need, and money is really hard to come by these days.
It is, like everything else for everyone else. It is difficult to come up with that cash.
All right, here we go. Samuel Rucklos getting ready to kick it off for the Boise Braves. As you know, Borah won the toss, and they deferred to the second half, so the Lions, who are down 24-17, and that's a surprise. Borah has not started 3-0 since 1997.
So that's something they would like to accomplish.
They've got Mason Haley deep. Chris Hugon is going deep as well.
Yep, I did get another score. It is CUNA 15, Valley View 13.
Did we talk about the other ones? Did you mention Eagle over Centennial, 20-14?
Yep.
You did?
Yeah, I did, in Mountain View.
And how about Rocky Mountain Meridian?
Yep.
Rocky 7, Mountain?
Yeah, 0 for Meridian.
Meridian, okay. And the kickoff is into the end zone, taken there on the fly by Mason Haley, but it automatically comes out to the 20-yard line in high school football. You have no choice in the matter.
Which is kind of too bad.
Yeah, I think it's too bad. I don't know why you have a kickoff. Let them make those decisions. Some of these kids are going to have to make it, in the years to come, whether to take it out or, stay in there. But you know what? It's all about safety, and I can't argue too much with that.
That is true. That is true. I have a grandson that's chosen not to play, did not want to get hurt and jeopardize other sports.
All right, Hayden Brown at quarterback for Borah. His team down by 7. Has a man in motion. Hands it off to him. That's Hugon. Hugon trying to get around the right side and gets about 3 out to the 23-yard line. Nice tackle there by Sprague.
Yeah, kind of closed down on him. He was looking for a gap to shoot or, kind of a hole to get out on, and really everything kind of closed down on him fairly rapidly, but picked up a few.
So 2nd down and 8. Running back in there, and probably will be the rest of the night, is Lester, Keegan Lester.
Oh.
And again, is that our 5th offside by Boise?
That is a 5th jump by the D-line. 5th time tonight.
So now instead of being 2nd down and 8, it's going to be 2nd down and 3. Oh, my goodness. 5 times tonight, the Boise defensive line has jumped offside. You don't see that in 2 seasons of football.
No, if you get a whole season, get 5, that's that's just kind of
That's a lot.
Goes. Yeah.
All right, so 2nd down and 3 now. Hayden Brown from the shotgun. He's going to keep it up the middle, bides his time, has the 1st down, and pushes the whole pile back out across the 35 to the 37-yard line. He looked like he's about 345 pounds that time.
He just kind of lowered his shoulder and played tight end there. He didn't play quarterback. He played tight end and just bowled his way in.
Well, he's not a small guy. He's 6'1", 185, but still, that time he had all the white jerseys going the wrong way. So at the 37-yard line, their own 37, Borah has the 1st down. We're in the 3rd period. Whistle blows. The officials call timeout for a second. Everybody checking their gear on their helmets. I'm not sure. Probably just said, everybody got their mouthpieces? Yeah, we do.
Just
okay.
checking. Psych.
Here we go. All right. Brown from the shotgun. Takes it. Runs right away to the right-hand side, out to the 40-yard line. Pick up a 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
Nice tackle that time coming up from the bottom of the stack for Boise, number 65. That, of course, Patrick Call making the tackle.
Patrick, 5'9", 245-pounder.
He is a fire plug in the middle.
He is. 2nd down and 7. Ball right at the 40-yard line. Borah's own 40. Just starting here the 3rd period. Borah down. 24-17 to the Boise Braves. Hugon around the right side out near the 48-yard line. Chris Hugon, 5'6", 155-pounder. Wide receiver, running back, and a DB. He's a triple threat there, guys, and he gets the 1st down at the 49-yard line. So 1st down for Borah. Lions methodically just kind of moving it from the 20-yard line. Hand off to Hugon again up the middle. He's going to spin his way to the 45 to the 44-yard line. That spin gained him about 4 more yards.
Well, right now, I think at halftime, I think the coaching staff at Borah said, let's not think about the prom, let's think about the game and just take care of business.
I think you're saying, let's make them stop us. We can out-physical them. Hugon, right side, puts his shoulder down, pulls his way inside the 40 to the 38-yard line, and that's another Borah 1st down, gain of about 8 yards. And they're just coming right at him.
Yeah,
they're not doing anything fancy right now, just mouth-to-mouth football.
Yeah, and Boise's just kind of going through the motions right now.
Clock running, 9:40 to go. Enough with the fancy stuff. Here comes the blitz up the middle, but Brown has it on the outside. He's got some running room and then slips down at the 35, goes down at the 34-yard line. He's trying to cut it back against the grain and lost his footing.
Well, Borah trying to get back into this game and at least get it tied back up here in the 3rd quarter.
Borah moving a little quicker on offense, is not calling the play quickly, but they line up quicker and a little bit more spirited on offense. 3 receivers to the near side as Brown and shotgun with Lester at running back. Hands it off up the middle. This is Hugon, and Hugon's all the way down to the 24-yard line.
You know, it's an interesting comment you made. They're more spirited as they do. They look better out there right now, a little more confidence. They're playing with a little more energy.
1st down for Borah. Again, Hugon up the middle, and he's spun around and then finally met by 3 white jerseys, pushed back, but not before he gains 3. So it'll be 2nd down and 7. Again, the clock continues to tick away. 8:45 to go here in the 3rd period. Boise 24, Borah 17. They started this drive at their own 20-yard line, and they're now at the Boise 20-yard line. Brown Not a pass yet on this down. Keeps it up the middle. Breaks it to the outside. The 10, the 5. Dives to the end zone. Touchdown. Hayden Brown. 20-yard touchdown run.
Well, for Brown, that again, he pretty much did that one all on his own. Had a couple initial blocks at the line and then just tore through Boise players. And as I mentioned, went kind of going through the motions of, we're going to kind of make an arm tackle here or there. Boise right now, they need to get fired up and get back into this game.
You're right, fired up indeed, because that was an 80-yard drive, and it was all too simple. It was run, and just kind of smash mouth football. Here's the extra point attempt. It's up. It's a low kick, but it's good. So we'll take timeout. 8:26 to go, third period, and we are tied here at Donald Larson Park in the Jackson's Food Store Game of the Week. Borah 24, Boise 24 on Sports Radio 630 The Fan.
Go Wireless is your local, trusted Verizon Wireless premium retailer dedicated to serving you and providing you with excellent customer service. With 15 locations across the Treasure Valley, their team is here to help you with all your wireless needs. Whether it's time for an upgrade or you're looking to save money on your monthly bill, stop by and let one of their friendly consultants take care of you. Go Wireless wants to take care of you and provide you with only the very best customer service. Shop local and stay connected with Go Wireless.
Idaho station for high school sports is 630 The Fan, Idaho's fresh new take on sports.
Well, we got a dandy here tonight, Donald Larson Park. Wayne Zubak, Dave Burnett with you. 24-24 is our score. Boise and Borah tied with just over 8 minutes to go here in the third period.
Well, we get ready for the kickoff, and we'll see what Boise does now. If they don't come back a little more spirit, if they give it right back to Borah, I think you're going to see them come right up the middle again on them.
All right, getting ready to kick it off. Burtonuck, low kick, takes a couple of bounces, taken by an up man at the 15-yard line. He gets it out to the 25-30 and out to the 35-yard line. And a nice catch on the bounce by Salamu Dahiri.
You did well with that.
Well, I tell you what, he caught that like a pro baseball shortstop. And that saved him a lot of yardage by coming up with that hot chopper out to the 33-yard line. All right, Cal Gustafson coming out of quarterback. He starts this third period, and he was calling for a signal, almost like he was trying to call timeout, but he wasn't. Hands it off to Klinge. Klinge drives up the middle, and so they're going to drive too, and he gets it out to the 39-yard line, pickup of 6.
Nice run by Klinge around that left end that time as he got right up against the Borah bench there before he went down.
Going to give him, 6 yards, so it'll be second down and 4. Gustafson from the shotgun. Well, he looks sharp. Sends Munch in motion. Gives it to him. Kind of a little handoff, but almost a pitch to him as he came around. And he's going to be about a yard shy of the first down. Picks up 3, needed 4, out to the 42.
Yeah, just couldn't quite cut that corner as the cornerback came up and closed things down, drove him back to the middle.
It was almost like he was supposed to hand it off to Munch, but couldn't quite reach him, so he said, here, take it. And he just kind of tossed it to him.
And fortunately, didn't drop the ball.
Yeah. So Borah's coming off the field. Did somebody call timeout? Did I miss it?
Evidently, it's a TV timeout.
TV timeout? My goodness gracious. We don't take streaming timeouts, do we?
No, we don't. We just keep it going.
Yeah, let's keep it here, Dave. We've got plenty of timeouts yet to come. It's going to be a third down and about 2 for the Boise Braves at the 42-yard line. So they got to get into the 44, and that'll be a good first down. 7:39 to go here in the third period. We are knotted at 24-24.
Yep. And by the way, speaking of streaming, I want to mention again, especially if you have family who is out of town, not able to come to the games, it's a great way for them to catch the Jackson's Game of the Week. As we do streaming each and every week, you get to watch the guys. It's streamed in high def. Just go to 630thefan.com, click on the page, and then click on the YouTube link.
Well, if you can, if not before this play, after this play, tell me, Dave, because I see you've got your phone right there and you're watching that too.
Yeah.
So people can watch it on their phone if you're listening to this game somewhere else.
You can.
Okay, so we'll tell you about that in a minute. They go for it on third down, obviously up the middle, and that's going to be a first down all the way out to midfield. Wow. Klinge just took it straight up the gut.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry, that was Beaterly.
Yep. Two things you can do. You can listen to the stream, or you can watch the video stream from 630thefan.com. Same thing, just click on the picture, click on the link, and you're good to go on your smartphone.
I like it. Looks good. Pass. Gustafson gets it out to the outside, and it's completed. And, boy, I tell you, that drew some attention. I don't think there was much yardage gain.
No.
But that was thrown out there to Jonathan McEntee. McEntee makes the catch, but gets only about a yard, maybe not even that much.
Yeah, I can't even tell you who made the tackle by Borah. It was just a swarm of green and black all over him.
So 2nd down and 9, let's call it. Gustafson hands it off. This is, again, Clingy, and Clingy this time is going to be dropped for a loss. They've gone to that play probably once too often, Dave. That time Borah had it all dialed in.
And the junior Mason Haley, he saw that one coming, came up and made the play, dropped him for a good loss.
So loss of 3 yards, maybe 4 yards. It's going to be 3rd down and 13. So Boise's going to have to go to the air here. Gustafson back to pass, looking over the middle, throws it deep. He's got a man there, but he overthrows him. Boy, Ramon Booker had a step on the defender, and if the pass had been thrown, it would have been 6.
Well, probably not enough time to really get your feet set and make the pass the way he needed to hit the mark.
But that's a play they got to look to, because they had a big gainer down to the 5-yard line with that before. And now Booker, who is the punter, has to take that great big sprint down the sidelines of 50 yards and now come back and punt it.
Yep.
Let's hope he's still got some air to do it.
Well, they got a chance to pin Borah back fairly deep in their own end.
Yep, Hugon is deep. Booker, nice low kick away from the defender. Takes a kind of a Borah bounce backwards, so he didn't get all that he wanted out of that.
Nope.
And it's going to be Borah's ball at about the 27-yard line.
Yeah, he was hoping to pin them back, around their 10, but just didn't really happen. And then that weird thing where sometimes it'll bounce back toward you and you lose yardage.
Yeah, and it was one of those kicks. I didn't think it looked like it was going to bounce backwards. I thought it was going to bounce forward. It had that nice feel to it, and all of a sudden, football does strange things sometimes.
That's why they shape it the way it is. It's not round like soccer.
All right, the last time Borah had the football, they had it at their own 20-yard line, and they went down the field like butter.
Yep.
And they scored on an 80-yard drive and tied this ball game up 24-24. Let's see what they do. They did not throw a pass the last time they had the football. Let's see what Hayden Brown decides to do here. Lester in the backfield with him. That's Hugon. I can't see from here. A little too dark over in that corner. And again, movement. This time it's procedure. It's going to be against Borah. It's going to back it up 5 yards.
Boise didn't move this time, so they didn't commit their 6th defensive foul.
That is Chris Hugon in the backfield. Donald Larson Park, if they're in one part, it gets a little dark down there to pick up some of these numbers, especially at night when the lights, aren't doing as good as daylight does. Brown back to pass, rolls right, throws, finds a man open. That's Hugon. Hugon came across the midfield, spins his way out across the 40, out to the 45-yard line, to the 48. Then we got a flag back at the 30.
Yep, and an ankle tackle that really saved even a bigger play that time. Number 8, Walker Ward, coming up with the tackle.
Hugon started on the left side, came all the way from the far side of the field to the near side, and Brown found him underneath the coverage, and he did the rest. But all of a sudden, a flag came flying down. It's going to be against Borah, holding.
Yep, going to be coming back. Boy, that's not what the Lions wanted. Kind of shot themselves in the foot there.
Now look across the side. The Boise Brave student body over there with some lights going. They got flashlights. Looks pretty cool. Looks like fireflies over there. That's neat.
That is. That's kind of a neat thing they're doing. It's probably cell phones with lights on them. Welcome to the new millennium.
Yeah. You ever do the Christmas tree thing? You make your eyes blurry. That's what you want to kind of do with that.
To make my eyes blurry?
To make your eyes blurry so it kind of looks cool.
There's a lot of times at Christmas my eyes start getting a little blurry.
Yeah, we won't. Yeah, that's not what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right. Loss of a bunch of yards on that play, so it's going to be 1st down and 16. Brown back to pass, throws it. It's complete and wrapped up right there. So there's nothing doing. Nice tackle made by Trey Jones. They got that ball out that time to Jake Paulin. but he was brought down right away. Here comes another helicopter. You think it's Life Flight? I guess the crowd's given up. They know it's not Channel 7 now. They know it's just Life Flight.
So when they do come,
Yeah.
they'll ignore it.
We're right across from St. Luke's. If you've never been to Don Larson Park and you can watch a helicopter come in, it's kind of neat. Pass incomplete, almost intercepted. It went off the hands that time of the intended receiver, Ryan Bartnook, and it stayed up in the air just long enough for Jones to make a play for him, but couldn't quite get it.
Yeah, couldn't do it. It's one of those ones. He'll lay in bed tonight and see that ball in slow motion all night long. I think if I just could have got it.
So you're looking at 3rd down and 12. Hayden Brown in the shotgun. Back to pass, gets some nice blocking, steps up in the pocket. Now he's going to be crunched. He's crunched inside the 15-yard line at the 14.
Yeah, that was a huge hit. He's kind of wondering, did anyone get the license plate on that truck? Because I just
Valentino,
got
huh?
run over.
Wasn't that Valentino?
I think it was Valentino. Just
El
crushed him.
Toso. And he's 6'5", 290, and that was a truck.
Wow. That'll make you think twice to drop back next time. Right now is the time. I played offensive line, and that's the time the quarterback will be having a little chat with me.
I'll tell you what, that was a great answer by the Boise defense that time. They just got crunched for 80 yards the last drive. Here they come. It's blocked into the end zone, and it's going to be recovered for a Boise touchdown. Yowzer.
That's not his name, though.
No, not at all.
Wow.
The man recovering the fumble, we're trying to get a number because it happened so quickly. It's Jeremy Lopp. Jeremy Lopp, he wasn't the man that blocked it, but he's the guy that came up with it.
Boy, the last two plays, that big sack that they had, dropping the quarterback for the big loss, then the block and the punt, 2 huge plays by the defense.
Holy cow. 30-24 in favor of the Boise Braves. And that defense of Boise, that's the bad news. They're going to have to go right back out there. They did such a good job. They got off the field, but they're going to get right back on the field. The extra point attempt is up and good. We'll take a 1-minute timeout. 60-second break. 4:33 to go. Third period. It's Boise 31, Borah 24. What a game we've got going here at Donald Larson Park.
Helping you feel better one step at a time. Foot and ankle medical center.
Ankles aren't something you think about until you have to walk across a parking lot or a soccer field on a sprained ankle. You probably never noticed stepping up a curb or going downstairs until you have a foot injury. Those injuries can affect your quality of life in so many ways. At Foot and Ankle Medical Center, Dr. Burke and Dr. Martin specialize in all things below the knee. Sprains, breaks, wounds, and even old sports injuries. Many times, soft tissue damage doesn't show up on an x-ray. That's why it's important to see a specialist. Foot and Ankle Medical Center has offices in Nampa, Emmett, Mountain Home, and Fruitland, and you don't need a referral. If you do end up with an injury, see the specialists. Foot and Ankle Medical Center, online at footandanklemedicalcenter.com.
Helping you feel better one step at a time. Foot and ankle medical center.
It's your station for Treasure Valley High School football. It's Sports Radio 630, The Fan.
Back here at Donald Larson Park, what a turn of events. The blocked punt by the Boise Braves, recovered in the end zone by Lopp, and all of a sudden the Braves are back up on top, 31-24. Here's the kickoff. It's coming down deep. Hugon's going to take it at about the 1-yard line. He's at the 10, cutting to his right, cuts to the outside. He's at the 20, still weaving in there, and he's out to the 22-yard line. Sometimes Hugon looks like Alberto Tomba, who raced for Italy, a ski racer, and he was a great slalom racer.
By the way,
and I just said that because I like to say Alberto Tomba.
I was kind of impressed with the name you pulled
I like to say that.
Got a college score here of interest. This would be Utah State, USU, taking on Utah tonight, tied up 14-14 in the second quarter.
Wow. Hey, soccer final tonight. Speaking of Utah, Boise State, Utah tied 1-1. 89th minute, Boise State scores on a penalty kick.
Nice.
DeVries scored for BSU.
Played the whole game for one penalty kick.
Yep. All right, here goes Borah. They've got the ball at their own 22-yard line. And they are down by 7 again, 31-24 here at Donald Larson Park with 4.5 minutes to go in the third period. Brown's going to take it right smack dab up the middle. This is what they did the last time when they went 80 yards for a touchdown. Out to the 31-yard line. Pickup of 8. That's going to be second down and 2.
And they kind of need to answer Boise this time, coming back with some points.
Well, remember, the defense was out there. They got the stop, and they're going to get another one right here. Hugon is going to be thrown for about a 4-yard loss. And again, it's your big guy in there.
Yep, along with Jose Ramirez, the two of them coming up with the big play again.
Valentino Dalso, who was just huge, 6'5", 290.
Again, nobody really standing out for Borah as picking up the reins.
How'd you like to have him say, Mom, what's for supper?
Yeah, anything you want, son. You just start grazing.
Third down and 3. I guess they gave him a little bit more forward progress than I thought they would. So not a bad down for Borah, but they do not want to kick it away. And now we got a flag, and we got a procedure penalty going to be called against Borah. It's going to back it up 5 yards.
Boise Braves are clapping on that one. They're happy to see that. That kind of gets some of that yardage back they just gave up.
So now it's back to the 25-yard line, 26 to be exact. And now it's third down and 7. So now you're looking at a passing down, and Brown's got about 3 receivers in the pattern, but he looks a little bit confused. He got to play, and he runs over and he talks to Hugon, the lone setback. He tells him what they're doing. Back to pass, looking. Now he's running. Brown being chased and going to be chased out of bounds. Let's see. Nope. For a minute there, good job by Sprague, who almost hit Brown out of bounds, but he held up.
That was pretty close to a late hit, but not going to be called.
Great concentration by Sprague to realize he was right there at the out-of-bounds marker and that he doesn't hit him. They're going to have to punt it away again. Now, remember, the last time Borah punted, it was blocked, went into the end zone, and Jeremy Lopp landed on it for a touchdown to make it 31-24. So here we go again. Burton getting ready to kick it away. No rush this time. Kick is short and off to the left and takes a bounce inside the 40, inside the 35, down to the 34-yard line where Borah downs it at the Boise 34.
Got a little bit of a roll out of it. Otherwise, he was not going to be in good shape, but that little extra roll helped out there.
You know, the thing about that was interesting. Borah kind of stopped it before it was through doing its rolling. I'm not saying it would have gone more than a yard or two, but...
Well, what's better, the yard or the 2 seconds?
Yeah.
And with the clock now at 2:51 left in the third, clock now becoming not a factor yet.
Well, Cal Gustafson at quarterback's done a great job since coming in the game when the Boise Braves were down, and he's going to keep it going around the right side, down the sideline, skips across a couple of defenders out to around the 42-yard line.
Nice play running down in front of his bench there, getting a pat on the back from the coach as he comes back inbounds.
He's on a far sideline. They say foot stepped out at the 39. So that's where it'll be. Pick up a 5, second down and 5 from the 39. Hands it off up the middle. This is Beaterly. Beaterly across the 40, but not much more. So it's going to be a big third down play, and about 3 coming up.
Yep, nice defensive stand that time by the middle of the line for the Borah Lions as they kind of stuffed that one right back in on them.
You know, it's about time for Munch to get into this thing. He was limping earlier, but he looks like he's just fine now. He's far out to the left here, and I don't know if you want to go to him there, but he's got 3 wide receivers to the near side on a third down and 3. Gustafson looking the other way. Now he's going to tuck it and run. Dives forward, and they're going to mark him just short.
Yep. We can see from our vantage point right here at the 50-yard line that he is just a little bit short.
You know what? He kind of went down a little bit. He lowered his head a little bit too soon. Had he kept his head up for like another millisecond, he would have probably made it.
He just needed one more step.
I think it's nanosecond, but I said millisecond.
I knew what you meant.
It was one of them seconds.
It wasn't very long.
They're going to go for it on fourth down and about a foot. They hand it off up the middle, and they're not going to get it. Borah Lions hold on fourth down. What a decision by Bob Clark not to kick it away. And the Borah Lions down 31-24 with a minute 38 here in the third period. Will have it in Boise territory at the 43-yard line.
Yeah, that's one I think that Clark thought, they got up there quick and they handed the ball off, and I think he thought by doing it so quick they get away with it. That's one he may look back after he hits the pillow tonight and go, I shouldn't have done that one. Of course, you make it, you're the hero. You miss it, you're the GOAT.
Always happens. Let's see what Borah does. Borah started the third period with an 80-yard drive for a touchdown and then was stopped twice on downs. And one of those stops turned out to be a block punt into the end zone, recovered by Boise to give them that 31-24 lead where we're at right now. Hayden Brown, a quarterback for the Borah Lions, trying to go 3-0 for the first time since 1997. Brown back to pass, over the middle, has pressure, now gets away, throws it on the run, and a great pass on the run out to the 33-yard line. Pickup of 10 yards, and what a nice catch that time made by Ryan Bartnock.
Yep, he escaped trouble there. He had Boise Braves all over him as he was running for his life.
Gain of 9, almost 9.5, just inside the 35-yard line. So Brown up the middle. He'll get the first down, not much more, just shy of the 30 to the 31-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, Borah.
Well, got what it needed. Now with just 1:07 left in this quarter.
See if this Boise defense can hang in there for another 13 minutes. They hand it off. Slipping and sliding in there is Hugon, and Hugon, I think I saw a flag come down, or did I not?
You did. You saw a late flag come in, and as well we'll say in that case it's not usually good for the defense.
And a Boise player is slow in getting up and limping, and that's Andrew Theobald. Now he's okay. Well, he's walking it off. We'll see. Now he's back down again.
6'6", 235 pounds. Boise could ill afford to lose him right now.
So an official's timeout.
We still have a Boise player down.
Yep, so an official's timeout. We'll take a 30-second break with 50 seconds to go here in the third period. And Boise leading Borah 31-24 here at Donald Larson Park on 630 The Fan.
In 1975, John Jackson started Jackson's Food Stores with one service station. Now Jackson's is more than 200 stores strong in 5 states, and they invite you to stop in to help celebrate their 40th anniversary. Jackson's takes pride in serving the Treasure Valley, not just with their great products, but also with their dedication to community, having raised millions for charity. In fact, Jackson's Food Stores supports the 630 The Fan MVP Fund benefiting student athletes. Jackson's Food Stores, homegrown in the Treasure Valley.
Your station for Treasure Valley High School football is Sports Radio 630, The Fan.
And welcome back to Donald Larson Park. Boy, we've had a good one here. Borah jumped to a 10-0 lead, and it looked for all, for purposes that Borah was going to run away with this game. And then Boise came back, 17 unanswered points. And with 53 seconds to go here in the third period, it's 31-24 in favor of Boise. They're working on Andrew Theobald, who now is up, but limping. He's being helped off the field. Looks like his right leg.
Yeah, putting no weight on it whatsoever. Got another score here. Mountain View football right now. The Mavs opening it up on the Capitol right now. 38-12. Mountain View over Capitol.
Wow. Capitol, of course, we had them and Eagle on Saturday, and Capitol won that game 21-14.
One of the other old rivalries going on tonight, it's Nampa and Caldwell. Right now, the Bulldogs leading 6-0 in the third.
Wow, another good game going on there. Nail biter right down to the wire. All right, here we got a second down and about 3 for the Borah Lions, and they're at the Boise 25-yard line. Now this after Boise decided to go for it on 4th and 1 deep in their own territory, didn't make it. Gave Borah absolutely phenomenal field position, and here come the Lions.
Looking to the sideline for the play again.
Hugon, the running back there with Brown in the backfield. He's got it up the middle, slips his way down, close to a first down, to about the 22.
We're taking a look at the yard markers to see if it's there. Not quite there, about a yard short.
Yep. Not much more than a couple of feet. So a third down and about 2 feet. Brown hands it to Hugon. Hugon didn't get anything, really. He got a bad start out of the backfield. It was kind of a delayed handoff, and it depends where his forward progress was.
Yeah,
from this angle, I can't tell. but I don't think he got the first down.
Yeah, if you're watching on 630thefan.com and is streaming, you saw a big pile of white jerseys led by Del Tasso, the big kid, 6'5", 290 pounds.
Well, that's going to do it for the third period, so we'll find out. It's going to be fourth down when we come back. Borah, I'm sure, is going to go for it. We've got 12 minutes to play in this ball game from Donald Larson Park. And our score, the Boise Braves 31, the Borah Lions 24 on Sports Radio 630 The Fan.
Mountain West Bank is proud to sponsor these broadcasts of Treasure Valley High School football, together with our totally free checking, competitive rates on loans, and other community efforts. It's how we try to make every community we're part of a little better. We love Southern Idaho, and we try to make every one of our branches a place where you love to bank. Thank you. Oh, and one more thing. Go Treasure Valley! Mountain West Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Your station for Treasure Valley High School football is Sports Radio 630, The Fan.
All right, back here, starting the fourth quarter. The Boise Braves lead the Borah Lions 31-24. Wayne DeZubak along with Dave Burnett. It's fourth down and about a foot for the Borah Lions, and Hayden Brown, a quarterback. He's got a quarterback keep it, and he gets it. Second effort. Boise did a good job to stop him on the first snap, and then he just kind of kept his legs churning and got the first down by a good yard.
Trying to check some other scores here. Middleton is leading in their game, but let's see. I believe they're playing. Trying to remember who they're playing. Trying to remember who they're playing tonight. They're leading in their game right now. Looks like 31-7.
I'll check it out in a second here. Back to pass. And the officials call timeout, so something happened there. Playing Columbia.
Ah, okay. Columbia still struggling to find their legs in the 5A. They're
Yep.
playing a 4A team, which, by the way, Middleton on the docket for us to have on our game of the week next week.
All right, they backed it up on a penalty, illegal procedure again. Pass over the middle, man open, and incomplete. Incomplete, and a flag goes down.
Yep, that's going to be interference on
It
that
was
one.
intended for Paulin. Paulin had it for a minute. I had to wait, and then the flag went down. Honestly, I didn't see a whole lot of interference there. I just saw that Paulin had beaten his man by about a half a foot. But it is going to be pass interference against Boise, so... But you know what? The end zone's out here because the lights are at the 20-yard lines. Once they get past inside the 20, it gets to be a little bit dark at night. So with the penalty, it's still first down. First down and about 2. I don't know how that comes about, but we'll see. Handoff up the middle. Hugon. Nope, it's kept by Brown. Fake me out. Brown still has it. And Brown gets it down to about the 5-yard line. And that's going to be good for a first and goal to go for the Borah Lions.
Borah marching it down, getting closer to getting this thing tied up.
31-24 is our score. Boise leads Borah. The Lions had an 80-yard drive, and they're trying to take advantage of a 4th and 1 and miss the pass, incomplete. They're intending it again that time for Paulin, and Paulin could not bring it in. He had one-on-one coverage in the back of the end zone. But you're right. This is one of those things now where Bob Clark is putting this on himself, saying, come on, guys, we went for it on 4th and 1 at our own 29-yard line. We gave them a short field, and they're taking advantage of it, so we got to hang in there. Second down and goal from the 5. Long count. Looking over to the sideline for the call. Brown has it. Takes it up the middle. He keeps it left side inside the 5 down to about the 3-yard line. Tripped up. It'll be third down and goal.
So you still got 2 plays to get it in. You're that much closer. After last, I was just looking at a tweet by Rachel Roberts from the Statesman, and I looked over and see that she's 4 feet from me.
Yeah, she's just on the other side of the window, yeah. Yep. You guys could just open the door and talk to each other. You don't have to tweet.
That's the old-fashioned way.
Yep, I know. Hugon has it up the middle. He's following a surge. Is he in? I haven't seen a signal yet. Nope. He's going to be shy about a half a yard.
So you're down to 4th down and half a yard.
Well, the Boise defense is making them earn this, that's for sure. So half a yard. Brown hands it to Hugon. Hugon kicks it outside and gets in for the touchdown. There was nothing up the middle, but Chris Hugon, the 5'6", 155-pounder, who is a wide receiver / running back / defensive back, puts it in, and we're 1 point away from a tie here with 10:29 to go in the ball game. So the try to go for it on 4th and about a foot from their own 29-yard line certainly has backfired. Low snap, good hold by the holder, and the kick is up and good. So with 10:29 to go in the ball game, we'll take a 1-minute timeout. Our score, Borah 31, Boise 31. From Donald Larson Park, it's the Jackson's Food Store High School Game of the Week.
When your car won't start in the morning before work, you panic. When you panic, you buy an expensive battery. When you buy an expensive battery for your car, you go to work and you throw things. When you throw things at work, your boss thinks you have anger issues and you get fired. When you get fired, your wife gets mad. When your wife gets mad, she tells you you're worthless. When she tells you you're worthless, she takes the kids and the poodle and moves in with her parents. When your wife moves in with her parents, you get upset. When you get upset, you get in your car with your new expensive battery and start driving very fast with tears in your eyes. When you drive fast with tears in your eyes, you can't see. When you can't see, you crash into a corner mini-mart. Don't crash your car into a corner mini-mart. Don't buy an expensive battery. Buy a less expensive battery from the Battery Exchange.
Hi, this is Aaron from the Battery Exchange. Let us save you from the disaster of buying an expensive battery. Come and visit us at our new store, now open on Overland Road in Boise, in Meridian, on Fairview, and in Caldwell on the Boulevard by DMD Supply. The Battery Exchange. All the power, half the price.
Your station for Treasure Valley High School football is Sports Radio 630, The Fan.
We are back here. The kickoff fumbled a little bit, then picked up by Beederle, and he is collided into by about 4 green jerseys. But still, he got on the ball, and not bad field position. They're going to have it. Boise is at the 24-yard line.
But again, I will say this, Borah very fired up on that play as they came out of there. Everybody clapping and cheering and fired up, which is really kind of what they need. They need to get a little fire back in the belly.
Boise needs a drive. They need to be out there for a little while. Their defense got them a touchdown. Now Borah's got it tied up, 21-21. Here's Klinge, and again, that play is being read perfectly by the Borah Lions.
Yeah, you said it 2 times ago when they were in it that they need to, they need to change it, do something different. That one's been figured out.
It's just a little sweep that they take outside, and loss of a couple of yards, so it'll be 2nd down and 12. Clock running, 9:57 to go in the ball game. Tied at 31 here. Great game tonight. Here comes the pressure up the middle. Gustafson rolling to his right, has running room. Now cuts into the middle, spins at the 35 and out close to the 40-yard line. Wow.
Nice run that time as he really kind of just picked and choosed his way through the stack. Number 33 making the tackle for the Borah Lions. That's Serna is his last name, S-R-N-A.
Good job by Gustafson not to force the issue. He got a first down. They mark him at the 34-yard line. Or I'm sorry, at the 39-yard line. And a handoff up the middle. Nice little run there by Beederle. And Beederle just took it right up the middle for 15 yards and a first down. And he's into Borah territory now at the 46.
Yeah, Beederle making a nice play here in the second half. Kind of taking the game in his hands.
This Boise team, quite frankly, I'll be honest with you, better than I thought they were. Gustafson trying to keep it around the outside and goes out of bounds and into the Borah bench.
Yeah, Borah had a chance to catch him with, little to no gain, but he did get around the end and picked up a few.
So it's going to be 2nd down and 6. Ball at the 42-yard line of Borah. Tie ball game, 31 all. Clock continuing to run. 9:25 to go. Handoff to Beederle. Beederle finds a little bit of running room up the middle. For some reason, Boise's able to run up that Borah middle. He's going to be 2 yards shy, so it'll bring up a big 3rd down and 2.
Well, on that one, Beaterly, he kept his feet chopping and moving. He kept going even when he had guys wrapping around him. He kept those legs chopping, which is, good running.
And now, Dave, you really are in 2-down territory. I mean, at this point, tied. Pass over the middle, knocked down. And I don't know if that's the play I would have gone with. A pass on a 3rd down and 2 when you needed 2 yards and you had 2 plays. Now you're faced with 4th down and 2. Had you gotten, a yard or so, then you can go for it. So I think they're going to play it safe and go for the field position, and they're going to call on Ramon Booker to kick it away.
And it was kind of a screen pass in a way. It looked like the Borah defensive line got through there and then kind of threw it out there and got knocked down.
Not a bad call because this little shuffle pass over the middle. But Booker now, high kick, trying to keep it short. Fair catch called for by Borah, and they're going to have it at the 11-yard line.
All right, so the Lions get a chance to try to go ahead with it tied up at 31 here.
Yeah, the Boise fans across the way, the student body, they just keep it going. I remember basketball games when we did the Boise basketball games.
Yep.
Those guys just kept going. If you want to be a fan at Boise High School, you better learn how to jump up and down for about, 2 hours.
I remember that in basketball, the bleachers were just bowing and swaying with them as they were dancing and bouncing on them.
I remember I went to a World Cup soccer game down at the Rose Bowl, and I can't remember, it was one of those Bahama teams, and they were going nuts the whole game, and I'm like, how long does this go on? They go, all forever. I said, okay, I'm done. You guys go on forever. All right, here comes Borah. They've got it thrown 11-yard line, 1st down and 10. So they're 89 yards away. They pitch it out right side. Hugon makes a couple of moves. He's hit and driven back at the 15. Nice form tackle there by the Boise Braves.
Yeah, cornerback coming up, making the play nicely there and kept it from going too far. It did get about 6 yards, though.
8.5 to go now. Tied at 31 here. Yeah, that's right. If you just joined us, it's 31-31, Borah and Boise. It's been a great game. And again, Boise jumps offside. The 6th time the defensive line has jumped offside tonight, and that time it was Austin Cooper.
I don't know who the D-line coach is, but I have a hunch it's going to be a tough week in practice for that D-line for the Boise Braves as they just keep jumping offsides, not paying attention.
Well, Austin Cooper comes out of the game. Valentino Del Dosso comes on.
Quit listening to the quarterback and watch the ball. You're on the D-line. You're 5 feet from it.
Yep, so you give him a 1st down, 1st and 10 from the 23-yard line for Borah. Back to pass, Brown steps in the pocket, now getting chased, backing up, runs away. Boy, he's shifty, throws it on the run, and his back coming back for the ball, can't quite come up with it.
Yeah, he was a good 15 yards behind the line of scrimmage there, running for his life, but was able to sidestep and get away.
What I like is that his wide receivers and running backs, when they see him in trouble like that, come back for the ball and give him a target. So it's going to be 2nd down and 10 for Borah. All knotted at 31 here. Who would have thunk it, huh? Borah looking to go 3-0 for the first time since 1997. Brown almost trips in the backfield, falls forward to the 25-yard line. He'll get maybe 1 yard, but that's about it.
Well, again, no huddle, because we haven't seen a huddle all night outside of the prom.
3rd down and 9. Big down for both sides in a 31-all game. Boise would love to come up with a stop here. Let's see if the defensive front can hold its water. They do. Back to pass. Brown underneath the coverage. It's complete. Spinning away. 2nd effort. 3rd effort. Gets the 1st down. 2nd, 3rd, maybe even 4th effort. Got the 1st down for the Borah Lions. How about that?
Well, the chains move again, Wayne, as Borah is just slowly clicking off the clock, set at 7-11 now.
And that was Chris Hugon, the running back, who caught the ball well shy of the 1st down. Contact was made about 4 yards shy, and he just kept fighting until he got the 1st down. Yeah, at the 33-yard line, that's where Borah has it. Brown from the shotgun fumbles the football. picked up by Hugon. Hugon's now going to try to run it, and he's going to be thrown for a big loss back into 30, about a 5-yard loss. But at least he had the ball. If you're a Borah fan, take care of that football.
Yeah, Hunter Kling coming up to make the tackle from that safety position. Not the way that play was designed to go.
So now again, Boise Braves coming up with a big defensive play. And that's the thing, I mean, it was a fumble by Borah, but the Braves were right there with a lot of white jerseys to make it tough. 6:25 to go in a ball game. Tied at 31 here at Donald Larson Park. Brown rolling to his right on the snap. Throws on the run, complete. And caught out at the 42-yard line, about 2 yards shy of a first down. Again, that's Chris Hugon, who they have gone to him all night long.
Yeah, see, I don't know if that's just bad route running. Why not go ahead and try to get the first down there?
That play right there, you got to remember that one where he got the first down. That's an MVP play right there.
Yep.
3rd down and 3.
Keep that in mind for a moving forward play of the game.
Yeah, really, because otherwise that'd be turned over. So a timeout. We'll take a 30-second break as well. Timeout on the field. 5:49 to go in the ball game. We are tied 31-31. Boise Borah since 1958. They've been fighting, and they're fighting tonight here on 630 The Fan.
We joined Pioneer because we had all of our money at another financial institution and it just wasn't easy. And I thought, this could be better. There's no reason it has to be like this.
With PFCU's Reward You Checking, it is better. Reward You Checking pays you 2% APY on balances up to $10,000. Go to pioneerfcu.org/rewards checking. APY is annual percentage yield. Qualifications must be met each month. Federally insured.
Moving your money forward.
Your station for Treasure Valley High School football is Sports Radio 630, The Fan.
Well, we've got a good one going all night here. 31-31, Boise Borah. Wayne DeZubak, Dave Burnett with you. It's our Jackson's Food Store High School Game of the Week.
If you're just getting home, it's still not too late to jump in and catch some of the live video streaming at 630thefan.com and just watching some of the numbers of that as we get closer to the end of the game, those numbers grow.
Watch on your phone, too.
Yep.
3rd down and 3. Hugon in motion. Brown back to pass. Throws it. Complete. Caught in midfield and down to about the 47-yard line. A nice grab there. That's Lester, the running back, coming out of the backfield. He also plays as a split receiver. And that's another first down for the Borah Lions at the 47-yard line.
And that clock continues to tick at 5 minutes and 40 seconds.
Borah trying to take as much clock as they can. It's a 31-all ball game. Brown just take the snap. It's a run all the way, and he's going to get maybe back to the line of scrimmage, maybe gain a yard to the 46.
Tackled that time by number 77, the big kid, Del Toso. Again, mentioning 6'5", 290 pounds. He is one big kid and not a whole lot of fat on that kid.
No, there's not. Gain of 1, 2nd down and 9 for the Lions. Brown back to pass, looks left, has a man open, and it's caught, and touchdown. And a touchdown pass to Mason Haley, who slipped out of the backfield, beat the defender, was all by himself, and just had to make the catch, and he did, and he's in for the touchdown, and it's a 46-yard touchdown pass. Brown to Haley, and the Borah Lions have regained a lead for the first time since it was 10-0. (37-31). The Borah Lions take the lead. The point after attempt coming up here at Donald Larson Park. Still plenty of time on the clock for Boise. The point is up, and it's good. We'll take a 60-second timeout. 4:52 to go. The Borah Lions 38. The Boise Braves 31. We'll be back after this on Sports Radio 630 The Fan.
Is your family always on the go? Visit your nearest Albertsons Butcher Block and pick up a Double R Ranch Beef 101 guide to discover quick and easy beef recipes to keep your athletes full and healthy. Double R Ranch USDA Choice Northwest Beef is always available at Albertsons. Head over to the Butcher Block today and join Double R Ranch and Albertsons in their support of our local ranchers.
Hey Treasure Valley, Steve's Hometown Toyota in Ontario is all about the hometown game. Steve is a proud sponsor of high school sports and student athletes, and Steve wants to be your hometown dealer. Steve's Hometown Toyota is the Valley's only 13-time Toyota President's Award winner for customer satisfaction, and they promise the short drive to Ontario will be worth big savings. Dare to compare and discover the Steve's Hometown Toyota difference, the hometown dealer supporting the hometown game. That's Steve's Hometown Toyota in Ontario.
Your station for Treasure Valley High School football is Sports Radio 630, The Fan.
All right, getting ready for the kickoff now. Borah kicking it off deep. Going to be taken. I thought his foot stepped in the end zone, but it's going to be taken out. And to the left side, down the sidelines, out to the 40, 45, and near midfield. And I think that was Noah Latimer who caught it. I was so watching his back foot step into the end zone, but apparently the official was right there on the line.
Yeah.
Didn't see it, but we've got a flag out at the 33, and Latimer took it all the way out to the 48.
That's never good for the kicking team.
No, it's never good when you see a flag on a kick return.
I should say kick return, yeah, not the kicking team.
Holding against Boise. They'll back it up.
Well, now the Braves, 4:41 to try to tie this up?
Yeah, they got plenty of time, Dave. I mean,
and here's the problem. You've got a really young team, some young players. They have to play with a lot of maturity right now, trying to keep their head about them. You got lots of time on the clock. Don't panic.
All right, let's see what they do. They've got Jonathan McEntee wide to the right, along with Munch. We haven't heard much from him since he caught that touchdown pass and had that big run back. Klinge in the backfield. Gustafson hands it to him, straight up the middle. He bounces it outside, has a little bit of a crease, but he's only going to get it out to about the 29-yard line. So pick up a 4 to be second down and 6. Yeah, we'll give him 5.
Well, you're going to need to do a little better than that, but 4:24, you still have time, but you need a little more yardage, I think, than that, or get plays that stop the clock.
Gustafson talking with his running back. Play action fake, rolls outside, throws it to Munch, and Munch is hit just as he catches it at the line of scrimmage. So they did get it to him, but he is hit right away.
Yeah, Munch did his job. He caught the ball, but the problem is on that one, Mason Haley for Borah sniffed that one out and was right on him.
All right, big third down play. Third down and about a yard. Handoff up the middle, and Borah right there. That was Peterle. We took the ball right up the middle, and I think they're going to have to go for it here.
Yeah, with 3:32 to go, clock is moving.
It's fourth down and about a foot.
Now the crowd's getting into this one. The players cheering them on.
They realize this is the game right here. Back to pass, and we got a flag down.
Yep, we do.
And let's see.
If it's procedure, that's going to make it a much more difficult call.
They're going to mark it off against Borah. This is going to be a first down Boise.
Wow.
5-yard penalty against the Borah Lions. I have not seen a signal as to what it was.
Are they going to tell us here?
I thought I heard too many players on the field. I thought they may have had 12 players on the field, and right now they're still having trouble with that.
Yep, got a guy running off the field.
But they never really indicated. Both teams having trouble with personnel right now. Both teams not knowing what to do. Who do we get out of here? Or where to be, where to line up. Boise having a lot of trouble. Jonathan McEntee, we're not sure where to line up. All right, Gustafson. Got Klinge back there with him as a running back. Rolls to his right, gets a nice block. Now we got a flag thrown down, and that's going to be probably a holding against Boise.
Yep, the halfback coming out of the field held on to the guy to try to seal that end up and just wasn't going to be able to do it that way.
You know, Dave, the thing of it is I'm not sure. Boise running sideline to sideline. They've had their best success right up the gut.
Yep, to me, you run it up the gut, a little play action pass, and try to get some yardage down the field.
And they've really not tried to go deep yet on some of these things. I think Munch has got some speed from what I can say. It looks like McEntee's got a little bit of speed on the outside. There's a holding penalty now being marked off against Boise back to the 31-yard line.
That puts a little bit, lets a little bit of air out of the balloon.
Oh, absolutely. Puts a whole new spin on it. So it's still first down, but it's first down and 20. Back to pass, now running with it. Borah chasing, and Gustafson's not going to get anywhere. Goes down the sidelines, and actually he got about 5 yards when I didn't think he was going to get a whole lot. So good job. He's a good little scrambler, Gustafson is.
Yeah, he took off running. He didn't really have a chance to really look at his receivers downfield, whether he's just being pressured or just got antsy feet and took off running, and really never looking downfield to see who might be open.
He actually got a good 8 yards. So it's second down and 9. Beederlead in there, running back. Rolling to his left. Here comes the pressure. Rolls outside. Now he's going to tuck it and run, and really never gets past the line of scrimmage.
No, but he did run about 30 yards on the play, side to side.
Let's see if they stop the clock. They do not. It continues to run at 2:20. 2:19. So he did not get out of bounds, and it's going to be third down and 10 for Boise at the 32-yard line. Back to pass. Looking deep. Throwing over the middle, and it is incomplete. It should have been caught. It was right in the breadbasket and dropped.
Well, that brings it down to one play for the Boise Braves here to try to get this fourth down.
Yeah, I did get a number, but I think it was number 5, and that was Noah Latimer who had it right on the chest and couldn't come up with it. So fourth down and 10, 2 minutes to go. Boise's going to go for it. They need a first down. Here comes the pressure. Back, the pass over the middle, incomplete. And the Borah Lions look like they're going to win this football game.
Well, the crowd senses it. You can hear them. They are excited, cheering their Borah Lions on here at the end of the game.
Well, the Borah Lions, if they do win this one and go 3-0 for the first time since 1997, this was a tussle. A lot of people thought this game would probably go all Borah. We weren't sure either. We weren't sure about Boise, but you know what? Boise really played well tonight.
They did. I was very impressed with the Boise Braves. The game's not over yet, but with 1:55, things not looking good here. As you run off about 5 plays, you'll have it done. But Borah picking up. Now, we've got to come up with a player of the game for Borah. I think Boise will be fairly easy, but we've got to come up with a Borah player of the game, and I'm still not quite sure which way to go for our Jackson's player of the game.
I've got a couple of ideas, and we'll talk about it. Brown hands it off to Hugon, and he is just going to be stopped there. He's not going to do anything crazy. As Dave was mentioning, at the end of each game, 6:30 The Fan, we'll name a Jackson's Food Store most valuable player for each team, and Jackson's Food Stores will donate $100 to the athletic department of each player's school. 6:30 The Fan and Jackson's Food Store supporting high school sports right here in the Treasure Valley. Timeout Boise with 1:50 to go. So we'll talk about it. Want to mention our other sponsors, Mountain West Bank, home of the totally free checking and free online banking. Steve's Hometown Toyota, worth the short drive to Ontario to save big money. By Go Wireless, now get 50% more data. By Boise Muffler, let Boise Muffler Shop help simplify your day. Foot and Ankle Medical Center with locations in Napa, Fruitland, Mountain Home, and Emmett. Double R Ranch, Northwest Beef, hand-selected quality and unsurpassed flavor. We're brought to you by the Battery Exchange, twice the power at half the cost with locations in Boise, Meridian, and Caldwell, and by Pioneer Federal Credit Union, moving your money forward, Pioneer Federal Credit Union. I still really, really like Chris Hugon. I think his big play to get that first down was huge on a fourth down play, and keep the drive alive for the moving forward play of the game. Really,
that was kind of a momentum changer there.
It was, no question about it. Player of the game, there have just been a lot of people that have done a good job. So 1:50 to go here in the ball game. Borah trying to run the clock out. Hugon rolling to the outside, now cuts back in, trying to stay in bounds.
Yeah, don't go to the sidelines.
Yeah, I'm not sure. He did get out of bounds. That stops the clock.
Yeah, it's like, no, you don't want to stop the clock.
No. Just go down. Keep the clock going. So the clock is stopped. Going out of bounds does Boise a favor. I think Boise has 2 timeouts left.
Yep.
So they didn't need to use one there. They got a minute 44. This thing's not over yet. You're right. Because it's 3rd down and 11.
Yeah, that going out of bounds may be a huge mistake.
Brown back to pass, getting pressured. Now rolls to the right. He slides, tries to stay in bounds, and is going to go down at about the 37-yard line. It'll be well shy of a first down. It'll be 4th down and 9. But again, timeout is called with 1:36 to go.
Yeah, so you're going to see Boise probably get the ball back here.
So Boise, if they can come up with a 4th down stop here, so the Braves have one more timeout. So, thinking about it, we got to think aloud here.
Okay.
About players of the game, because it's been one of those games. I don't think any one individual has really stood out tremendously. It's just really been great team effort by both squads.
It has been. I think perhaps for Borah, and the same play, that moving forward play of the game, and maybe it was that first down that might be our player gets gets the play of the game.
Yeah, he could have both. I like Cal Gustafson at quarterback for player of the game for Boise, and I'll tell you why, because he's just kind of directed that offense very well. He came in when it was 10-0, and, he brought him and got him the lead.
Yep.
I just like the way he's played. I mean, he's thrown the ball well. He's thrown a couple of touchdown passes in this game. I think probably that's going to be my pick.
I think so, too, unless something dramatic happens here in the next little bit.
Okay, here comes Borah. It's a 4th down and 9. They've got to get to the 28-yard line, and they're going to kick it away. They decided to just punt it. Let's see if it makes the end zone. Nope. A nice kick inside the 5 and down at the 5-yard line.
Wow, can't ask for much more than that.
So now you're talking a minute 26, Dave, on the clock. You're 95 yards away from the tying touchdown.
Well, you're going to see some long passes here. I mean, you have no way. You're not going to try to run to the outside or up the middle. You're going to probably see some long pass attempts.
Well, you've got one timeout, so you can stop the clock once on your own. The rest of the time, you're going to have to hope that you get out of bounds.
And a field goal's not going to help you here. You've got to have a touchdown to tie it.
All right, and Borah has called its final time. Well, they've got one more as well, but they've called a timeout. We'll take a 30-second break. We'll be back here for the finish of this game on Sports Radio 630 The Fan.
Go Wireless is your local, trusted Verizon Wireless premium retailer dedicated to serving you and providing you with excellent customer service. With 15 locations across the Treasure Valley, their team is here to help you with all your wireless needs. Whether it's time for an upgrade or you're looking to save money on your monthly bill, stop by and let one of their friendly consultants take care of you. Go Wireless wants to take care of you and provide you with only the very best customer service. Shop local and stay connected with Go Wireless.
Your station for Treasure Valley High School football is Sports Radio 630, The Fan.
All right, we are back here for the final minute 26. Let's see what will happen here as Borah leads Boise 38-31. The Boise Braves have it. They've got one timeout left, a minute 26 on the clock, and they trail it by 7, 95 yards away. Gustafson in his own end zone, rolling to his left, being chased from behind, looking to throw it. Does, complete and out of bounds. Gain of about 8 yards. So a nice quick pass, gets it out of bounds, stops the clock. Nice reception that time by Ramon Booker.
Not sure that 8 yards is going to get it done for you, though.
Well, you got to get a little bit of the time. So at some point, you're right, though. You're going to have to pick up a big chunk somewhere. Safety's not playing that deep for Borah.
Nope.
I mean, they're about 15 yards off. Back to pass. Here comes the pressure again. Fumble, or was it knocked away?
It was knocked down.
Okay, it was knocked down. I thought it was knocked out of the quarterback's hands. So now you're facing 3rd down and 3. And I think it's interesting. I think I love the way the Borah defensive coordinator is going after Boise. I mean, they're just bringing the pressure. And just saying, okay, they've got to go 95 yards. Let's see if they can do that. Handoff up the middle, trying to mess things up. Nice little run. That's going to get him a first down. And that'll stop the clock momentarily at 69 seconds to play. The ball at the 30-yard line. So now it's 70. They're going to move it back to the 28. 72 yards away. And now they start the clock. A minute 8 and counting. And we got procedure penalty against Boise. So the young team making a couple of mistakes here. Still with a mountain to climb, folks. The clock stopped at 1:05. I think you're at the point now, Dave, where you got to take a shot downfield.
Yep, you do. You're, a minute left to go in the game here. You have very little choice, very little option. At least try to get it done in maybe 3 chunks.
Back to pass. Again, pressure over the middle. They throw it underneath the coverage. Incomplete. Intended for Beaterly. He couldn't hold on to it, but this is good because it stops the clock with 55 seconds to go. Second down and 15. 38-31. Borah leads it, trying to win their homecoming. Go 3-0 for the first time since 1997. Here comes the pressure right up the middle. Pass over the middle is incomplete. A little bit too low. Nice attempt to catch it by William Berkey, but he couldn't quite get his hands underneath the ball. That will stop the clock with 50 seconds to go, but now it's 3rd and 15. And not only is the clock running out, but they still have a lot of real estate ahead of them with very little time. Gustafson looks over the defense. Play action fake, rolls to the right, running for his life, looks downfield, throws, complete on the sideline. That's Oliver Munch. And Oliver Munch takes it all the way down to the 25-yard line with 40 seconds to play.
Hold on to everything.
Hold on to your horses, folks. Now they're in scoring position with 1 play with 40 seconds to go. They've got 4 downs now.
So you get 3 or 4 shots at it.
I told you Munch needed to get in this game. Back to pass, throws under the coverage. It's complete. Now they're down to the 15, down to the 13-yard line. And Boise's got 1 more timeout with 32 seconds to go. Clock stops on a first down. Let's see if they just throw the ball down or if they call their timeout. They got to be ready to play when that call is made. It's a first down at the 17-yard line. I'm sorry, at the 12-yard line. So here comes the Boise Braves at the 12. The clock is running in timeout. Boise calls it with 25 seconds to go.
Wow.
They use their final timeout. We'll keep it here.
Here I had my final tweet ready to send out. Now I may have to change it.
All right, set it up now.
Okay.
Catch our breath. That big pass. They needed a lot of real estate. It came on a scramble by Gustafson. He found Munch all alone at about the 50, who took it down to the 25, and then a pass over the middle gets them to the 12-yard line. So now they got first down and 10 from the 12-yard line. That doesn't matter. Forget first and 10.
Yep.
They need to get in the end zone, folks. It's 38-31. Borah leading Boise. 25 seconds to go. They have no timeouts left.
Now,
Boise.
let me ask you this, Wayne. You score the touchdown.
Oh, wait a minute. Borah took that timeout, Dave. I thought Boise took it. Borah took it. Borah has no timeouts left.
So Boise
still has
left.
1 timeout left. That's huge.
And let me ask you this. You scored a touchdown. Do you go for 2 in a win or 1 in the tie?
You know what? I'm just going to hold my breath and see what happens.
We'll let the coaches call that one.
Yep. All right, Gustafson. Back to pass, rolling right, has room, looking in the end zone, has a man wide open on the other side, throws it incomplete. He just couldn't see that he had Ramon Booker all by himself in the end zone, but that would have been about a 45-yard pass the other way.
Kind of across his body. That's not going to happen. But the nice thing is what he did, he kept his head about him and threw it away, waited as long as he could. Instead of trying to force it and getting it intercepted, he got rid of the ball.
Down to 18 seconds from the 12-yard line. 18 seconds remaining. Second down. Yeah, they can get a first down, but they need 6 points and an extra point. Over the middle. Looking over the middle, throws in the crowd, incomplete.
Oh.
It hit 2 receivers in the hand, and it was dropped.
So
wow. Klingy couldn't quite come up with it.
Now, you have 11 seconds left. That's if you take a lot of time to make a play develop, you only have 1 play left. If you get 2 quick plays, you can get 2 plays off.
And remember, you've got a timeout left. 11 seconds to go. Back to pass. Looking, rolling to the left. Throws it in the end zone. Caught, touchdown with 5 seconds to play. Can you believe it?
Across the way, the Boise crowd going absolutely nuts right now as they're now 1 point down.
Holy cow, that was Noah Latimer who caught the ball. And they're going to go for one to tie it up.
Let's see what happens here.
5 seconds to play. They're going to say, let's do OT if we can.
Wow.
Holy schlamolies.
So hold on to everything, Ronaldo. We may be going to overtime.
38-37, 5 seconds to play. The snap is good. The kick is up, and it's good. We're tied at 38 with 5 seconds to play. Boise and Borah will hold it here. David.
I'm exhausted.
I tell you what, right now, Gustafson has thrown 3 touchdown passes, Dave. He is my MVP.
Yeah.
No matter what happens for Boise.
Lose.
Yeah, win or lose. He has come off the bench and done a yeoman's job.
Unbelievable.
3 TD passes tonight. He's had a couple of great scrambles, come up with a couple of good receptions. Wow.
Unbelievable. I'm having to change all my tweets around.
Yeah, work on that, huh?
Yeah.
Don't forget, at the end of each game, 6:30 The Fan will name a Jackson's Food Store's most valuable player for each team, and Jackson's Food Stores will donate $100 to the athletic department of each player's school. And I tell you what, as the ADs find out about that, the reaction has been pretty excited. We've got a lot of checks to hand out through our first 3 games that we've done. And, I'm pretty proud. We've done 4 games. This is our 4th game. We've had 8 different schools. So Jackson's is going to be handing out $100 to 8 different schools, Dave. And that's kind of what we had in hope for this, that before we got into where we had to kind of take, a lot of schools that were at big games, and maybe this is the 2nd or 3rd time we've had to do them, that we've been able to hand out some money to a lot of different schools, and that's what we've been able to do. And I thank Jackson's, and I thank all of our sponsors, every one of them, because without them, we wouldn't be able to do these broadcasts. This has been a dandy. All right, here we go. Boise kicking off. And they're going to kick it regular style. It's going to be taken at the 3-yard line. That's his Hugon looking right, going down the sidelines, has a little bit of running room and finally collared at the 40-yard line, and that's going to end the game. But you know what? I tell you what, for every moment of my body, I thought he had a chance to go all the way.
He was running down the sideline with reckless abandon, but just wasn't able to pull it off.
All right, guys, we're going to OT. All righty. This is the first. I don't think we've done an overtime game in 3 years that we've been doing this, you and I.
I don't think we have.
I don't think we've had an overtime game.
Yeah, I don't think we have.
So this is going to be fun. We've played 4 quarters, and now we're going to overtime. I don't know that I would have thought this game would have ended like this.
No.
38-38.
No,
I really don't.
I would not have. I'm going to be real honest.
I thought Borah was going to win it by about 20 points.
Yep, I thought they would. And
Boise really looks good. And, Cal Gustafson coming off the bench, what a great job he's done. I mean, he has just played phenomenal. And win or lose, this is going to be a devastating game for whoever loses. But they really got to, whatever happens, got to put it behind them. I mean, because they've got good teams now. They got a chance to win a bunch of games this year, both of these teams. They do a lot of things well.
By the way, if you're on your way home and you want to watch the end of this game, I'm just noticing the streaming numbers picking up. Needless to say, as we go to overtime, 630thefan.com, or you can watch on your phone as well if you have a smartphone and watch the end of this game, which kind of nice. That way you can watch it. You can go to another game, go do some other things, but also be able to watch the game on your phone.
Well, the captains are meeting at the field. They did this back 3 hours ago. And back then it was light. It was 90 degrees. And now it's pitch dark.
Yep, of which, by the way, we got the streaming up on the Boise fans as they're doing their light thing over there again.
It's 72 now, so it's 72 in Boise. And
as in temperature?
Yeah, it's temperature.
Yeah.
So it started at 90 degrees. It's now 72. So a beautiful night out there. And that is a cool shot. I like that. And that's what I mean. See, make your eyes go fuzzy, like you do with a Christmas tree. Haven't you done that as a kid? Come on.
Well, sure.
Don't let me stand out there on a limb.
There's no Jack Daniels around, though. So.
Okay, fine.
Not losing any focus here.
Jiminy Cricket. You're making me feel like I'm strange.
So you made your eyes go fuzzy, huh?
Stranger than normal. All right. They're going to toss the coin to see who goes on offense first, who goes on defense first. and they'll go back and forth. Taking a long time out there. Let's get this thing going.
Well, they're trying to say there's a heads, there's a tails, there's a side. They flip the coin.
That looks like Borah won. Let's see what Borah decides to do.
What would you do in this timeout scenario or this overtime scenario?
Well, what you want to do is I think you want to go on defense first. So Borah has won the toss, and I think they're going to go on defense first to see what they have to do. So here we go. Shaking of the hands. A lot of respect here. I mean, those captains are spending more time than most captains would getting ready for, a lot of talking going on, and I mean, nice talking.
Yeah, it didn't look like John going on.
No John. They're just kind of visiting like, wow, can you believe it, guys? This is unreal, 38-38. And they're going to play to our right, so they're going to go down to the right side of the field, which is the east side here, as this field runs east-west.
Yeah, I think they originally called this a Kansas plan back when it first kind of came around. Why the Kansas plan, I'm not sure, but I think that's what they originally called it.
Well, they put it at the 10-yard line. I think everybody's familiar with college where they go at the 25, things like that. But it's at the 10-yard line, and so you really either score or you don't.
Yep, you got 4 plays.
So you got 4 plays from the 10-yard line, and I like it, to be honest with you. And Borah decided to go on defense first. That way they'll know, when they get the ball back, whether they're down 7, down 3, or still tied and only need a field goal.
And needless to say, on the sideline down here, Borah's long snapper and holder, they're practicing just in case they're called on for a field goal.
All right, Gustafson takes it up the middle, spins. He's down to the 4-yard line, and so it's going to be second down from the 4.
Well, that looks like your Jackson's player of the game there.
There's no question that he is for Boise. So we'll make it official, but like I say, Jackson's Food Store is going to give $100 to the Boise Athletic Department, and it's going to be because of the play tonight of Cal Gustafson at quarterback, no question. Gustafson rolling to his left, cuts it up, down to the end zone, and he's down to about the 1-foot line. It'll be third from the 1-foot line. So all of this is technically third and goal to go. And this is just a cleaner overtime. You know what I'm saying, than the 25-yard line?
Yeah.
This is a cleaner overtime because
yeah, I mean, if you're going to do it, make it 10 yards.
There's no chains involved. There's no nothing. So third down and about a yard. Gustafson takes it again. Bowls his way in. Touchdown. And the Boise Braves have taken the lead. 44-38.
Well, the offense for Boise has done what they have to do, or required of them, and that is to score. Now it'll be up to Boise's defense to stop Borah.
Now they're going to try for the extra point. And this will be interesting, too. If Borah does take it and they score a touchdown, would they go for 2 for the win? Here's the extra point attempt. The kick is up. It's good. So they've been perfect on extra points tonight. We are in overtime. Overtime number 1, and I'm going to keep it here, okay, because I don't know how long they give. I think they just come out and just change it around, offense and defense. It's Boise 45, Borah 38 after 1 overtime. And so now Boise's on defense. Here comes the Borah offense. The defense is on the field. Offense getting ready to come out there after they talk with their head coach, Darren Corpus.
Well, this will be a game to remember for all of these kids. For Borah, quite the homecoming game tonight, win or lose either way. Quite the game and quite the memories for these kids.
All right, the Boise defense knows what they got to do. They've got to come up with a stop. They got to stop them on 4 downs from 10 yards. Brown, the quarterback, looks over to the right. Boy, you can just tell these Borah fans are tight. Brown, back to pass. Looks, now throws into the end zone. Caught! Touchdown! First play, touchdown, Ryan Bartnick. He was all alone in the end zone. It went over the outstretched hands of a Boise defender.
Yeah, I think he thought he was going to be able to pick that off, but he couldn't get to it.
Couldn't get high enough. And are they going to go for 2? Are they going to go for the win? Or are they going to go? Nope, they're going to go for 2. I mean 1. They're going to go for the tie.
Okay. We could be here all night. Ronaldo, get a sleeping bag.
All right, let's see what they do here. Burtneck, the guy who caught the TD pass, is now going to try to tie it up. It's 45-44. Let's see what Boise can do. Here's the kick. It's blocked! It's blocked! No good! Boise wins! Boise beats Borah 45-44 in overtime on a blocked extra point. Wow. What a big win for the Boise Braves, who are now 2-1, and Borah also 2-1, fails to go 3-0. They were trying to do that for the first time since 1997, and the Boise Braves have come up with a huge win here tonight on homecoming for Borah. Oh, that's going to spoil a lot of parties, Dave.
Yes, it is. Homecoming is not going to be quite as sweet. Teams meeting, great sportsmanship at the center of the field, shaking hands. What